PC Gamer channel.
Oh.
So this
Oddly,
is more of the day 9
I was
so
not getting that.
gotta keep tuning in, or otherwise I'll.
Are you on the PC Gamer Twitch channel?
While we apply
Yeah.
the final dab of
I just had to
this year's
refresh the
PC Gaming
page
Show.
for it
Let's
to
get
pop
things
up.
started with some exclusive trailers you can only see in the pre-show right
Oh,
now.
they have some exclusive
Stick around.
trailers in the pre-show. PC Gaming.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, I guess I'm starting early.
After years of traveling.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
You find it abandoned. Him vanished without trace. And you,
Oh.
the heir to the wizard's many
Theater mode.
secrets.
I don't know.
Your
What that
purpose rekindled and new
Go away.
tools at your
Me neither.
disposal. You work tirelessly to rebuild the once great
Eh,
tower,
whatever.
breathing new life into its empty halls.
It's in the corner now.
Okay, how do I make you disappear?
And from humble beginnings, through
This is
hard
very
work
quiet.
and dedication, you unlock the secret
Ah, kind
through
of.
which true
There.
I'll turn it up a little.
may be
Well, no, I just meant like I'm turning mine up because it was quiet.
Conquer their places of power. Reap the ultimate
What
prize.
is this?
Spellforce.
I feel like that name sounds familiar.
For the
Oh, is this a
whole
4X game?
world
Oh, there we
is
go.
at stake.
Oh, it's a 4X. It looks like it's a 4X game. I'm down for that.
Wait! Did I see right? Spellforce.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Oh, I know
I
it.
know it. I know it. Oh my god, yes.
The name
It's
sounds
not a
familiar.
4X. It's not a
Oh.
4X. Unless they change it, it's not a 4X. But
It's a
Spellforce
hybrid.
has always been.
Oh, it's a turn-based strategy game.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be a 4X game. I mean,
You
it could be
bastards.
good, but I'm still like,
Fine.
oh.
No, you
I had
bastards,
no-
what have you done?
Will face the ultimate
What is this
warrior.
80s like
Bro
cartoon
Force.
style?
Will our heroes
Excuse me for a second, I
survive the lizard
think
man
someone's throwing fireworks at my
or
place.
succumb to the forces of Daedalus.
Daedalus.
Don't miss these updates.
This art style's
coming
kinda
soon to Myth Force.
I like the music.
Oh, Myth Force. Not
Yeah, I
Bro
was gonna
Force.
say it's not Bro Force.
It reminds me of He-Man.
Yeah, I think that's deliberate.
Yeah. That in the Dungeons and Dragons, like cartoon.
Yeah. The characters' designs look kind of cool.
Only on the epic stage.
Oh,
Oh,
unfortunate.
God. Why did it have to be epic? Come on.
That means a lot of people just aren't gonna. I hope they got paid well for the Epic exclusivity.
It depends.
hope,
Sometimes
but
they
probably
do,
not.
sometimes they don't.
I believe I've heard from developers like the payout's pretty good.
Most cases it actually is pretty good. Most cases.
But especially with like Game Pass now, it really feels that that's kind of limiting.
Yeah.
Construction
Wish list
game.
now. Beta tester is here.
We're doomed.
So I kind of wish I could see a little bit more of that. I didn't really quite get exactly what kind of game it is. Like it's not
Some
a
sort of
city
building
builder.
game.
Yeah.
The constructor.
Simish.
Tensions have escalated throughout the world.
This kind of looks interesting.
I'm still mad about what they did with
Is this
Spellforce.
Crossfire? This is Crossfire.
Mercenaries called Blacklist.
Yeah, this is a trailer that already exists. I tried the demo for this and I just wasn't really happy with it. It feels too sluggish to be a competitive RTS game, and it might be fun, but like, man, this game needs work if it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Originally, it looked interesting. Then it started to look not as interesting.
Also, this trailer is barely showing any gameplay, so
Yeah.
like,
With like
marketers.
filters over all of it.
Yeah, it's like you're not really showing much. That you're just giving a vibe, and it's like not really enough. Like I know Crossfire is like an existing IP, but like most people don't know that, and so you should probably give them more than just
Wake
a
up,
5.
sleeper.
Oh,
Wake up, sleeper.
oh, life.
Oh, I know this. This came out a little bit ago.
Oh, this looks kind of cool.
Or not necessarily came out, but was shown off.
I love play this bloody game.
Oh, that one, okay.
Oh yeah, actually, I think I looked at it. I didn't
Yeah,
play
I
it,
did
but I
s-
looked
I
at
did see
getting it.
this before.
Yeah, I did see this on Steam. Now that I think about it. It's a cool looking spaceship.
It's
I think
definitely
it's more of a steam
a
than
space station.
Yeah.
Wake up, sleeper. You have no
I
idea
like that
what's
line.
coming.
Episode Flux. Oh, so it's an episodic game. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they do like free updates.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
this
wow.
game is on everything.
Yep, literally everything.
Oh, we're
I'm
going
fine
back
with
to a
that.
countdown.
I'm sure we'll get some more.
Yeah, Crossfire
Okay.
Legion. It's
Can
like-
I just say, I absolutely hate what they do with Spellforce.
How
Because
come?
just to be clear, Spellforce is not a turn-based game series.
Oh. It's not?
No, it's a real-time strategy game that very well blends with the Hero RPG.
Ah.
It's
I didn't play the third one, but I looked
if you
at the
know
third one.
Warcraft 3, imagine that, but the campaigns are all very much linked with one another. And a lot more in the RPG section. Like you have an entire party and everything. And it's... I hate it that they basically butchered it with that one. I was so looking forward to it. When I saw Spellforce, I was like, yes, yes, and then turn-based. Are you bloody kidding me?
I mean, it makes sense. From
No,
their
it doesn't.
perspective. From their
No, it doesn't.
perspective.
It still doesn't, I'm sorry.
Well, it always felt like they were trying to be heroes of might and magic, to me at least. So,
What?
that was the vibe I always got from it. Not that it was, but that they felt like they were the, like, successor to the idea of heroes of might and magic.
No, they as far as I'm aware, they were always doing their own thing, and it worked. Like they were the only game of its type, pretty much.
Well,
So, why? Like it's not even a short game series, so they were like, oh, maybe we should try this something different. No, it's a well-established series. There are like over 6 games in this series.
I know 3 was the last one out, though there could have been spin-offs.
No, not spin-offs. The way they did some expansions was that they were basically independent games that could integrate with the base game. And each one was as big as the base game. So, technically, you had the first game with
Well,
its
hello there,
expansions.
gamers.
That
Welcome
was
back to the
basically
PC
2
Gaming Show
games.
2022.
And then the second
Great show.
game was
I know
basically
what you're
4
thinking.
games.
Why hasn't
And then
the
there was
event
the third
started
one.
yet? It's because we're still packing all the awesomeness in. So you can think of this as like DLC, except you don't have to make some sort of Sophie's Choice about how to free up hard drive space. Speaking of which, we have a special treat for you while we wait for the full PC Gaming Show to begin. The exclusive premiere of a new documentary series created by PC Gamer called Tales from the Hard Drive. Stories are at the heart of PC gaming, and that's
Why didn't you
exactly
just
what the
hire
series is focused
NoClip?
on. The unbelievable, inspiring,
Yeah, like,
sometimes
just hire
unsettling
NoClip
stories of PC
or
gamers
someone
who
who
became
is actually
legends
good
in
at their
own
job.
right. Those tales of deceit or
I mean,
victory PC
NoClip
gamers
is already
wrote
doing
themselves
this.
in
Why wouldn't
in
you
games
just
like
use them?
World of Warcraft, EVE Online,
Yeah, exactly.
DayZ, these
I
represent
think
the
NoClip
spiritual
is more
center
about like
of PC gaming.
how
And over
the
the course of
sausage
this
got
documentary
made.
series, PC Gamer
Type stuff.
will lionize ordinary
Sometimes.
gamers.
Sometimes they like to
exceptional
do
things.
behind the
Here's
scenes.
the first full episode of Tales
They
from
have
the
done a
Hard
lot
Drive.
of behind the
You can watch
scenes.
the rest of the series
Wait, are we
on
literally just gonna watch the
PCGamer.com
full episode of the
or
show right
on
now?
YouTube.com/PCGamer.
I don't think we have the time, unless it's only 10 minutes long.
The boat to Menthol Harbor was a
I
one-way
would
ticket to
hope
death.
so.
If you went to Menthol Harbor, you were corpse walking.
Being able to see their reaction to me killing them.
Oh, so yeah, this is more
was
about
the
people
goal.
like playing the
I
games
wanted
rather
that
than the ones
notoriety. I
making
wanted
them.
to be feared.
I don't know. Still feels like no clip could have done it.
For millions of players,
Much better.
I,
the
maybe,
virtual
but that's
world
probably not
is
what they
an
want to
escape.
make, you know?
a massively multiplayer
Right,
role-playing
this is
game
like
where you
more
fight
about
demons,
players who did
dragons
weird,
with your friends.
neat stuff.
But
You know what? They
for
should have
4
got an
months
internet
in
historian on this now
2005,
that I think about it.
World of Warcraft's bustling
Also,
death
shout out to the
server
Commodore Pet in
wasn't
the
a friendly
background.
reprieve from the outside world. It was a hunting ground.
There's another
see-
documentary
of Menethil
maker
Harbor.
who I can't think of the name of.
Folks lately call me
who they
Witchfinger.
coulda
Back
done.
then, I was Harley Davis, the erotic fiction troll king of World of Warcraft, and I was basically
I
in
have a
the
very
troll
mixed opinion of
mafia
this man's
that
bedroom.
ran Deathicus, and I was in a guild with Doc Master
For a
Angway
guy that
in
seems
the
to be
early
40 years
part of
old,
Vanilla
this
WoW.
is a very strange bedroom.
In original Vanilla WoW, there was not a lot of
He's young at
instancing.
heart.
There was basically 2 continents. And in order to
That's fair.
rotate between one continent and the next continent, Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms,
I've
you had
never
to
played WoW,
physically
so I
walk
apologize for not
onto a
knowing
dock
much about this.
where you would
But
catch
I'm glad
either
that they're
a
explaining
zeppelin
it for
or a
people like
boat.
me.
What
I
Angway
had
was
just
famous
burnt out
for was
on Lineage
he
2
parked
when this came
his
out,
character,
so
which
I
was a
didn't
level
play it.
60 orc rogue, in Menethil Harbor, which is a
Though I
level
gotta
30
say,
alliance
Lineage 2
leveling
looks
zone.
better than this. So much better
It,
than this.
And
looks
he
so much
killed
better than this. Like, don't even get me
everyone
started.
that tried to get on the boat to another continent.
That's an incredible troll. I love it. So what, like in WoW, can you just like attack people out in the open?
Yes.
I'm angry
They
when
are from
I
a different
killed over
faction.
10,000 players in World of
Interesting.
Warcraft. I
That's the reason why I'm not
ganked
playing
people
it.
in Menethil Harbor for about 4 months. I did it constantly, and I was a orc rogue. It was very easy to get away from people. They had some of the hardest hitting like melee attacks in the game. It was a griefer's dream.
They're actually really reminding me of when I
If you
played
want
Lineage
to kill
2.
people in a video game, you don't want to be
Yeah.
seen. You want to be able to get away.
My main
and
character
you want to be able to
was
deal
one
a
of the
lot of damage
highest
really
level
fast. The reason I was killing a lot of people in Menethil was because I was trying to recreate something
rogues.
that I'd seen in EverQuest. You saw them
Like,
coming, and
there
you
were like 5 of
scared.
us
I mean, you
who were
didn't,
at
you
the
did
top
not
of
want
the
to
level
die to these
charts.
people. I wanted that notoriety.
And I was one
wanted
of
to
them.
be feared.
However, I made a second character, which was a cleric.
People
and,
had to come to me.
I was leveling him up, and,
and
people
they
would
didn't
bother
really
my
have
cleric,
very many options
and I would just
of
come
where they could go.
on my
I mean, it was
rogue
literally
and wipe them
a
out.
small dock that they had to walk across and get onto a boat that's a confined space. Menethil
remember
was
I
just like
played
the
Lineage
right
2 with a friend of
combination
mine.
of lack of guards.
He found a
and
bug
tricky spots that, I
that
could get
allowed
away from
him to
people if I
actually
had
kill
And
game
you kill
masters
people,
in the
you know,
game
maybe 10 a day,
on
and
the
that was a good
official
day.
servers.
And maybe one of them
And he
would
didn't
get
abuse
really upset, and that was
But every now and then,
better gank.
he would just go up to a game master and be like, "Stab, you're dead."
You would over the water
Ganking.
when you
The act of killing other players, especially when they're below your level or not wanting to fight, is a controversial tradition.
That's
in
not
World of
ganking,
Warcraft.
that's player killing you.
Angwy's
Uncultured
dedication
swines.
bordered on obsessive
That's PK.
and
Ganking is when you
quickly
go
turned
multiple
into a
again on
living
one
nightmare
on one
the
person.
server.
I just killed people
Yeah,
on the docks.
if you do it over and over, that becomes the
I
way.
absolutely hate you, Angwy. You are a
I love there's just like BattleNet posts on
probably
here.
No,
live
that
in
becomes
your
camping,
mom's
not ganking.
basement.
Angwy made people's lives hell. His ability to shut down Menethil Harbor for 4 months turned him into one of World of
For 4
Warcraft's
months,
biggest
what the fuck?
anti-heroes.
I literally
Back in
spent
vanilla
4
World of
months of my life
Warcraft,
just
back
killing
in the good
people
old
trying to
days,
travel
I was
to another
Squid,
continent.
human rogue, on the Deathicus server. Early on, when I was leveling, before I became part of the Deathicus culture, he was certainly a nuisance. The boat to Menethil Harbor was a
So,
one-way ticket to
in
death.
Lineage,
He knew
if you would have done
everything.
this,
Since he was a
we
rogue,
would have
he
come
had
with
stealth,
all
he
our
knew where
high-level
you could hide,
players
he knew where you
from
could
all the
run, he knew
guilds,
how he
and
could
we
get
would have
the boat,
just
he knew
nuked your
where you
ass
were going to
until you
respawn,
left.
he knew
Exactly.
He was going to respawn. That was probably the first
Like that
time.
happened
We let it
people
go
that
on
tried
for
that.
4
I think
months.
that's like I think part of the thing is
Just
he's
because you got to
over-leveled.
the boat didn't
Well,
mean
yeah.
you were
Doesn't
We would
matter.
go.
Oh,
When you
The
have
boat had a couple of
200
different
players
spots where
running
you
your
could go
ass
on
down,
the
you're gonna
insides
die.
of it, and you could go up on top of it and
Well,
whatnot.
One of my favorite
Even if
things
he
that I could
was
do
overleveled,
if somebody that was trying to be sneaky to
if
get on the boat,
all the high-level
and I can
guilds
just stealth onto the boat with them.
come
We're out in the
and
water. They think
kick your
they're
ass,
safe.
I
They're
think
hiding in a
it won't
corner.
matter.
and
You'd hide on the boat
kill
to
them all real
kill
quick, and
you.
I
Amazing.
could take down like 4 or 5 low-level people before I needed to jump off the boat.
Oh, so he'd literally
So
just
what you
sneak
would
on the
have to do
boat,
is
kill
you
the
would have to go
low-level
to the
people, and
graveyard,
leave
you
before
would
the
have to
high-level
graveyard
people could
respawn, and
catch
this
him.
would cost
Yep.
durability, and this would also make your run back to Menethil Harbor a bit longer.
Then if they stayed on the boat when it zoned, they would end up at their graveyard with 1 health, and then I'm already there, and I could sit there and kill them as many times as I wanted at that point.
He's such a dick. I love him. This is the best troll.
I think it was really frustrating for him because I mean they told me, but it was
Back
it was
when
a lot of
people
fun.
knew how to
Like,
troll, man.
It was genuine glee
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
The guy was legitimately a masterclass, multiple opponent rogue.
He had stealth, he had stuns, he had blinds, he had everything in his toolbox, and he knew how to use every single one of them to make sure he accomplished his goal.
I love this man.
What made Angui exceptional was his dedication to his craft. He turned it into a
I
science,
love this narrator
one
too.
that sent many
He's doing a
players
great
over
job.
the edge.
When you play a character up to like level 60, it's a pretty big time investment that you're putting into this, and then to have your character just get completely massacred repeatedly, it's I think it can be hard to keep your cool, I guess, and I find it fun.
Personally, he probably only killed me probably 3 or
Gee, I
4
wonder
times,
why.
so I tried to avoid it as best I could. After a while, once I realized that Angway was
Oh, just
peak
3 or 4
Deathicus,
times, of course.
hey, this is kind of fun. I totally get what this dude's doing.
Being a troll guild, of course we loved him. People would come on the forums and go, Angway, I got ganked by this level 60 rogue named Angway, and your pain is wine to us. It's like this delicious beer.
Ruthlessly killing players for 8 hours a day made him a terror, but that's not what made Angui famous.
So Angui and I met. We were both teenagers, and we ended
Oh,
up
boy.
being guilded together. We were on a
Angui's wife.
horribly boring raid,
Wait.
and we just started talking, and we hit it off very quickly. The things that we were doing in World of Warcraft, or that he was doing in World of Warcraft, never
This
seemed
is like,
a
I guess, back
big
when it was novel
deal
to meet people
to
online
me.
and
Killing
fall in love
people in
with them.
Menethil, like it was a fun prank. I don't know. It seems fine, but people are really upset.
So we had this alt account named Angway Spy that was literally sitting on a tree stump in Menethil Harbor that was recording all the complaints, everything everybody said whenever he would kill them.
And I would kind of edge people on and tell them that they should complain about Angway, knowing that he was probably going to capture all of that and post it on his website.
Oh, he had a
That was even
website to
more
post
fun
all the
because
hate
now he could
complaints?
actually
Amazing.
use
Yeah.
the hate mail. You were throwing gasoline on a fire.
I set up a
That's
website
genius.
where I hosted screenshots of people that had
is,
ganked,
it
mainly
really
hate
is.
tells.
I
and,
love it.
Nasty songs. I tried the screenshots for trophies. It showed how good I was doing at my job. I guess.
Hey, Angui, go suck. Poor Angui, insecure little boy who has to take it out in a game.
This is amazing. This is what I like about
really need a
MMOs.
life.
Dumb shit like this.
Stupid Angui.
Just
The website was just kept growing and growing and growing, and I was doing weekly updates with my wife Nicole.
You know, the website took a lot of time. It was a huge undertaking to launch this every week and get something live.
He was this absolutely
people whispering him
normal
in
dude
game.
living a normal life with this girlfriend, and his goals were beyond your understanding.
Angui had extraordinary talent for getting under people's skin.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Angway
they're
hit us
not.
from both
I think we
sides. He hit
understand
us in-game,
perfectly
and
what
then
was
he would
going on.
Troll the forums and let
Yep,
everybody know that
totally
he was
do.
hitting us in game and that there was nothing we could do about it.
Well, I really hope you die a painful death.
Jesus Christ.
preferably in flames.
Because some guy killed you in a video game.
Goes with you, and your line stops for good with you.
The website is what really elevated Angui above the everyday trolls in World of Warcraft. It was just so funny
bet the
to see
website
how
has
you
gone by
get such
now.
a rise out of people and
Gotta
all of
say,
the hate
it
and
was more
vitriol that
fun
was
in the
directed
Liege
towards
too.
them.
I sympathize with a lot of
I
the
mean,
victims.
we had
I
a
was like,
war
"You're having a bad
with
day.
the
Just like, let them go.
Chinese,
You did your thing."
gold
People got kind of
miners.
nasty though, and at that
Amazing.
point, my empathy kind of goes away.
I was killing random lobies.
Hey,
I don't know
Sammy.
what level
How
this
you
guy
doing?
was, but he was
hello.
very upset. And he was letting me know that he didn't like it. Eventually, I got a message from his kid saying, "I'm sorry my dad is being such a jerk," or something like that. Like, he seemed to get it. And I totally told the dad. And from my perspective,
Wait, the
it's like,
kid messaged
playing
him
a
saying
video
sorry
game
for his
where
dad.
Part of the game is that you get to kill each other. Like, it's a PvP server. Like, you have an option where you don't.
Yeah,
get
he's got a
killed, and
point.
you're
It's like,
choosing
you
go
don't
on this
wanna
server. You do
fight
get
PvP,
killed,
you don't have
and
to
then
come
getting
here.
upset because you're getting killed. And in hindsight, I feel bad
So,
about
Saki,
it. Like, I
we
have kids
saw
now,
the
but
Xbox
I never saw
Bethesda.
him again.
And the big
don't
thing
think
from
I
it,
could.
at least for me,
I'm sure
was,
that was not a fun time for him.
Persona
I think one of the
3,
big things
4,
that is really
and
interesting
5
about
are
him
coming
and his
to Game Pass.
entire story is that there's a duality of
I
two
wanna
different
play
people.
I know everyone else
Persona.
has
one personality.
like this guy had
in
that guy
real
had the
life, he's
weirdest
another.
bedroom.
He
It's like
can
a really
separate
fancy,
those
like,
traits that you
kind of
play
like
in
looks
games
like an
don't
older
always
person's
come out
bedroom.
in IRL. Honestly, it's socially acceptable in my eyes for him to be able to do this. Yes, it's going to piss off some people.
I mean,
and
otherwise,
he's probably over there
most
just
of the time
laughing,
it's
being like,
Starfield,
"Yeah, that sucks for you, man. I'm
which
going
is
to keep
cool.
doing it though, because to me it brings me joy."
Nothing else that really
At some
did
point,
it for
somebody
me.
found
but
out that they could get my
lots of
name,
cool
or
looking
what they thought was
stuff.
my name,
Lots of
and
cool
my
looking
address and my
stuff.
phone number from DNS on the website. I mean, it's
That
a
is
little
true. You can do that.
creepy.
I remember it being like, "Oh wow, like this is getting serious. Like, are they actually gonna do something about this, or are they just trying to intimidate us?" And so, you know, it seemed like the less attention we gave it, the faster it went away.
As
Oh,
Anguish
yeah.
reign of terror
The
continued
dwarf.
each and every day for those 4 months, he only became more notorious, while other players would often challenge him, and even sometimes win. No one could permanently stop his killing spree.
At some point, I got a message from a just a random person in the guild. He's like, "Hey, somebody wrote a guide.
Whoever gave that
how to get
time.
around
So
the
cool.
orcs." And I wanted the guide really bad, so I leveled up a character and then got into their
Fun
guild,
fact, all of
got
those
forum
skeletons we've
access,
been seeing,
and
if
then
I
got the
remember how
guide.
World of
It was
Warcraft
a
works,
full-on
Oh my
those are
god,
good.
he snuck into their guild.
It's like the most flattering thing. Somebody took the time to,
He had a guide for this.
on how to get around
I
me.
love it. Someone
Once I
went
got
on
them, I pretty much
GameFAQs and
just
wrote a
tried to
guide for this
make
man.
it as valid as possible, and that was probably my most prized possession, other than my daughters now.
That guide is really indicative of Angui's influence on Deathicus. He was more than just another player. He became this raid
I
boss
love
that
it.
required the
That's
coordination
so
of
good.
entire guilds in order to take down.
If you're
No
a
one else has
troll,
really
is there
ever done
any
that
higher
before
victory
or
than this?
since.
Is that where people are so mad at you they're writing guides on how to beat you?
Angui had a revelation.
I wasn't doing well in community college. All my friends that I used to play with, they were
I
all
can't
going
wait for
to
episode
school,
2.
or they were having families. I didn't really know what to do with my life. I
Aw,
guess.
poor guy.
I didn't
no.
want to play video games all my whole life.
Oh no, real life.
You really?
The greatest enemy of gamers.
When it was over, it was almost like a relief of like, I don't have to live up to those expectations anymore.
The music.
So it kind of got down to where, like, do I want to do this thing I don't enjoy, or do I want to go try to, go to school? I went to college. I got a degree in game art and design. I became a computer programmer. I worked at a few game companies, and then I started a family, and now I take care of kids full time. So I kind of get griefed by them now.
Totally deserves it.
Long after Angui quit World of Warcraft, his legacy spread and lived on. Cracked.com awarded him the #1 move in an online game, While in YouTube videos and forums and Reddit threads, players retold Angwy's story again.
That's so
and again.
good.
Angwy's story really harkens back to a time when World of Warcraft was just much more social. And I think players
that's so
really
cool.
crave that kind of freedom to write their own
really is.
legacy. And that's
Like
why
this
Angwy's
is what's
story
cool
has
about
endured.
like multiplayer
I don't know.
games and video games in
I
general.
don't think that game exists anymore. The gaming culture has changed so much that I don't know that you'd even be able to recreate the same thing again.
I mean,
Best
this
part
sort of
about
thing
World of Warcraft to
happens
me
in
was always the people. The
what
community.
the heck is it?
I beat the game.
Elden Ring.
I made friends.
No.
That's really what MMOs like should be. That's what they are about.
It's
and
a
if your
sci-fi
MMO's not about
MMO
then
that people
your MMO sucks.
equate to
That's
spreadsheet.
really all there is to it.
Oh,
That's
EVE
where all the
Online.
really good player
Yeah.
stories come from. Is
Oh, I was talking more about stuff like how there's that guy that literally wants to just he exists
Let
to
me
fight.
solo her.
Yeah, let me solo her.
currently, and I think
Who got
World
a
Warcraft
ton
was
of
kind
articles
the start
written
of that.
about him.
After I quit,
And
I missed
then,
it a lot. Like I really.
There was a guy
I was
in
like,
Fallout
oh,
76 when
you
it
know, I
first
was-
came out who
this
was
was a
like,
lot of
there's no
fun.
good in-game content, so I'm going to get the best equipment, level up
see
like
doing it
crazy,
again.
and I'm going to be the final boss. And if you're on the same server as
kinda
me,
looking
just
forward to,
message me and I'll come fight you.
you know, killing people.
Like, that's the closest we have to, like, I guess this
People
today.
started freaking out. Worry turned into panic.
I made a mistake. And I got stuck over there.
Oh, I've heard of that, the one with the EVE Online one, where like some dude got stranded in EVE on, not EVE Online,
to
Elite Dangerous. He was playing Elite. Oh, hello.
What is going on?
Welcome.
There is this
Hey,
is
Boca.
supposed to just be a video.
Hello. Starts in a few minutes.
Yay! I didn't miss the last one at least.
It has like a pre-show thing, but it's just like
I
previews.
don't know how you would go
Okay.
about even finding someone
How
who
is
is
everyone?
essentially a myth.
Doing okay.
We finally tracked down one
We
member
saw,
of this mysterious
at least for me, some big reveals at the Xbox show.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
dude
Silk Song.
living a
I saw
normal
on
life.
Twitter.
Yeah, Silk Song, Persona as well.
Wait, Persona.
Yeah,
Yes.
Persona
Yes.
5 is coming. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale are all coming up in Game Pass and PC.
You never can truly
To
trust
PC!
Diablo.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you 40,000?
Also, we saw Diablo 4.
The Sims
What
was
else?
I'm kind of done with
icebreaker.
Diablo because I
don't
think
mind
everyone realizes that they're just gonna make it pay to win.
Honestly, Diablo, the mainline series, I think it's the one where people, if they see pay to win, they're gonna push back on that one.
I still got 4
I think
matches,
people
so
have
I'll
just
go back.
given up on Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
I don't think they've given up. They've given up on Diablo 4.
People haven't given up on the main land, but I kind of agree with Asmongold. He's like, you just know they're gonna do this to the original too.
They already have, and they have tried it. I'm just confident that people will actually push back hard on it if they so much is there. Because Diablo has a legacy,
What's
like
the
a proper
channel
solid
this
legacy.
time?
The PC Gamer Twitch channel.
PC Gamer? Alright.
Yes.
This was the one I was excited for, so I'm glad I didn't miss it.
Oh, apparently, Steam's already updated their page for this one.
Ooh, I wanna go and look at it.
A few things we've seen before from Quick Look.
Oh, they're apparently giving
Frozen Flame,
Ark
I'm
Survival
kinda interested
Evolved
in
for
that.
free on
You,
Steam.
when Frozen Flame comes out, do you wanna play with me, Master? It's a open world action RPG.
What was that again?
Do you wanna play Frozen Flame with me when it comes out?
Maybe?
Cause it's
Looks like we're
Well,
getting
it's
started.
a-
Things come to those who wait, and your patience
world
has finally
action
paid
RPG.
off. Get ready because the 2022
Oh,
PC
God,
Gaming
there's a
Show
card
kicks
game
off
coming out that
in
looks
just
interesting.
a few moments, and we got dozens of new games, trailers,
More
exclusive
War
interviews,
Tales! Come
which
on, you
means
can't do this.
there's only one thing left to do. It's countdown time.
There's too many games. I don't have the money.
27 seconds.
Might be a little bit
There's
ahead
a lot of
you.
interesting games. Not a lot of big games, games yet. At least ones that they've shown.
Block is also here, so maybe we see more of that. And yeah, they even say
10
it's Souls-like, so
seconds.
that's probably for me.
I wonder if any of New Blood stuff is going to be here. Look, it's a water cooler.
With text.
You can't do that.
Hey everyone, welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2022.
Oh, there's a Steam
I'm
Deck.
Day
Mika.
9 still, one of your hosts, joined again by the amazing Mika Burden. Hi. While we may look like elaborate Unreal Engine renders, we are here in the flesh, as is the hardware, bringing you the best and brightest in the world of PC gaming.
Over the next 2 hours,
Dang,
we are
2
going
hours.
to showcase a metric ton
Holy
of killer
moly,
upcoming
okay.
PC games through world premieres, exclusive interviews, and a few surprises along the way. And
Wow,
you, the
okay
folks at
then.
home,
That's-
might even be able to win
Do
yourself
y'all recognize
a
Mika
fancy
Bird?
computer
I
if you
don't.
play your
I don't think I
cards
know who this
And now
person
you
is.
may remember the last time you
Nope.
saw
I
me on
don't
the show,
recognize
things
most
ended
of them, so...
quite literally explosively.
Yeah, yeah.
There
She's
was
done a lot of
robot
stuff,
who tried to
but,
destroy the human race, electrocuted me.
She's
I think
part of
That's
G4
right.
TV.
Either way, I'm not
Oh,
really
okay.
sure.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's-
Theater robot apocalypse.
Because I know of
This
Day
minus the
9, but
overbearing
like
anime
I haven't heard
existential
of her
crises.
before. But
Yeah,
good to know.
Well, actually, what happened to DevBot anyway?
Mika's
Wasn't he supposed to
also
come back
the
for this show,
daughter
like Revenge
of
the DevBot?
LeVar Burton.
Well, he's
So-
dead.
Ah.
We melted him down to try to make our own graphics cards.
Nope,
and
still
stuff
a
that I
black.
find, and I would say he's in a better place, but I played Cyberpunk 2077, and he's not.
Ooh, that's pretty dark for the start of the show.
Or nostalgic.
Day 9.
But none
Come
of that
on.
matters because the show actually took place in a parallel reality.
All right, so you're telling me there's actually a multiverse?
According to the writers who told me this 5 minutes before we went live, I am saying there's a multiverse.
All right.
We're now apparently on Earth 3, which
Ooh.
is not to be confused with E3 because this show is still happening.
Oh, and we are so thrilled to be
You
back
just saying that
as
this
a part
show's
of this
better than
weekend
E3?
full of celebrations of gaming by putting the spotlight
think that's
on
what
something
the
near
joke
and dear
was,
to our
yes.
hearts. PC gaming.
And so, without any further ado, it's
Are they
time for
partnered
my
with the people that do E3?
Rated and
No.
Nope.
Oh.
At least not as far as I'm aware.
Oh, what's this?
Oh
Very
no,
quiet.
why? Now the entire chat's gonna be...
Monda's games.
Yeah, the entire chat started. They're like Mongus and Modius.
Oh, I just minimized the chat. I don't care what they think.
Oh god, they're all going Morbius? Morb?
Oh, for the love of... Let that meme die already. It's not a good movie.
Sorry, I don't think it's ever gonna die.
This looks kind of neat.
No! Here he's doggy.
We need gameplay.
Yeah, I want a little more gameplay.
Oh, I think this is Solstice.
This might be gameplay. Well, not maybe cutscenes, but in engine at least.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
Okay, you got transforming sword.
I do like transforming swords, but
I don't care that they're practical. They're
Exactly.
That's a YouTube channel that rates anime swords and stuff and game swords and seeing if they would be actually usable.
As long as we are together.
And I think they said that a lot of Cloud's transforming swords would work actually. He said the main one probably wouldn't because of how thick it is and stuff. But like all the ones that make it up and stuff.
Yeah, I knew it.
Solstice. Oh, do you know this from something?
Yeah,
sounds
they had
familiar.
this last year.
Oh, okay. I don't remember it at all.
Everyone's like, he's Morbin!
Oh, for the love
I mean,
of...
we could read the chat. We don't really need to hear what they say.
Sorry.
Register now for early PC demo access.
I already know I'm gonna get the Persona game.
Oh, I think that was just for Game Pass. I don't know if they're gonna show that here.
No, for PC.
Well, yeah, but like,
I know they're not gonna show it again.
sorry, I thought that's what you meant.
No.
okay, this is kind of funny.
It's cute. Rotwood.
There's actual gameplay for the not this one, the
Early
124.
access 2020.
Looks cool.
This one looks interesting. I saw that.
Wait, are you like mage tactical breach wizards? Okay, this is kind of neat. Oh, gunpoint. Nice.
This is my mom's place. She's at bingo.
I like this idea.
I'd like XCOM with wizards.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something that should be a
Oh, dead.
Oh, rewind. Okay.
Ooh, that was a big gun.
surprising.
Oh no.
Such a creative idea.
I love that joke. That joke was very Boca.
Oh no, the tentacles came out.
Oh, that's sick! You can fly out the window.
If we can stop World War V. Okay, that might need to get wish listed.
Yeah, that's getting my
Yeah,
wish.
Wizards.cool.
I love
You
it.
just saw Tactical Breach Wizards, a turn-based game of sorcery and SWAT team strategy from the makers
At first
of
I was just
Gunpoint
gonna
and
pass
Heat
it, but
Signature.
that's what's
My
just-
strategy, personally, is very simple.
Yeah, that's getting
Breach,
listed.
bang, clear, magic missile, dramatic flourish, abra, cadaver. Get it? Cadaver.
Kind of reminds me of
Dead body.
Rifts.
Next,
If
we have a
anyone
solution to
ever
the
played
age-old
that
problem of
tabletop
not having
game.
time to read and play video games. Just do both at the same time, obviously. Star Wars Industries has you covered with their sci-fi thriller inspired by Stanislaw Lem's novel, The Invincible. So here's your first look at the first ever gameplay footage.
Okay. Could be interesting.
Depends on how they do it, I guess.
You. What have you done?
Where are you taking me?
You came here yourself. So what are you expecting, huh?
You've set up a field camp down there.
Yes, ma'am.
So I didn't expect you to have a second one here.
Really? Sit here and don't you dare move. What are you doing here?
You're not gonna like this part.
Ooh, 11-bit studios. It looks pretty.
They beta footage.
I like how they're wasting time looking at the inside of the vehicle.
The
Just
radiation
showing
level
you
is
that
growing rapidly.
you
It's
know,
starting
stuff
to get
that's very
interesting.
immersive.
I didn't hear that, Doctor.
Oh yeah, I'm about to die. It's starting to get interesting. I agree.
High radiation.
It's good for your skin.
It gives
No,
you a
it's
nice
not.
tan.
Unless your name is Godzilla, I don't think radiation is good for your skin.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You
quite.
sure?
I mean, you get scales at one point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you die before that point.
I take that as a
located the
plus.
mobile
I'm sorry.
antimatter
Mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one.
You already
I'm
have
not a scaly,
scales.
by the way. I promise.
You already have scales.
I admire
Don't
your
judge me.
Wait, someone's here.
Two of them.
Astrogator, they're dead.
So you found someone. Unfortunately, such unpleasant discoveries are indispensable to the mission.
I didn't let that thought get to me. I was counting on this meeting very much. At worst, it could have been another abandoned place, but not this.
But what exactly?
That's a good question.
Big hole through multiple hills? That's never a good sign.
I'm getting into the recorder. What do we have here? Uh-huh.
Ah, it's the big red button.
They made their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Did you locate this passage?
Yeah?
It's kind of hard to miss.
Yep.
I'm looking at it now. They pierced a hole several meters in diameter.
I'm
and
not
several
certain. It
dozen
might be the
meters
big
long.
hole in the wall.
And I got news for you. Antimatter wouldn't look like that.
Definitely not.
Who cares?
Jasna, do you hear me?
Yes. My
Okay,
head
something's
feels like
definitely
it's
wrong.
Bursting from pressure.
Can you continue?
Yes. I'm better
I'm
now.
sure it's not the radiation we were exposed to a little bit before.
Nope,
Actually,
not the
there's
radiation.
nothing here that I haven't seen before. There are a lot of metal bushes that were near our camp.
Yeah, it's the frame rate.
The lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So they came to pick the fruits.
She doesn't seem to be breathing so well.
This robot looks like it has started its task and got stuck.
What task?
This is one of the robots carrying containers with research material. It took the container, but never left that place.
Why do you think it's stuck?
Oh, is it going
Well,
in
it
circles?
goes in circles using the same path. The robot's gone,
You must have broken his loop.
but I didn't.
Well, he must have done something. Never mind. Follow it.
Oh boy.
Oh, the antimatter cannon's up.
It's getting up.
What, a robot?
No, antimat.
Come on, Jasna. Run. Hide.
Oh boy.
Jasna, are you alive?
Yes, it's
Ah.
the robot.
What's it doing now?
Looking right at you.
Take care of our people, Novik.
This will be interesting. Looks kind of cool.
It's time to
Reminds me a
take
bit
a
of,
pit stop
Telltale
at the
games.
nearest dungeon to prove that chivalry isn't
He's wearing
dead.
AirPods. I
And
thought
you
this
think
was
I
the
emphasize those
PC
words
gamer
weirdly?
show.
You're right. And it'll all make sense momentarily when you see these next 4 games, especially when you hear from our friends at Tripwire Interactive. Roll that beautiful footage.
X4.
You?
Sega.
Sega.
You don't
Here we
have
go.
what it takes. You'll be back here too scared to try again. Cause the dungeon will turn you into lunch meat.
Oh,
Unless
I
you're
think
way
we've seen this
tougher than
before.
you look. We got the guns.
I think we have some
The
sort of-
turrets. The upgrades. But what you really need is guts and skills. Grab your posse and say your prayers.
Oh,
Endless dungeon!
Oh yeah, we have
I've
seen
been
this one
waiting for
last
this
year.
one. I've been waiting for this one so long. Please tell me you have a release date now, finally.
To give your feedback.
This is their first. This
You
is
have what it
this is
takes.
Endless going into the multiplayer. Shoot 'em up.
Yep.
Right. Release date?
Nope.
Oh, this is manager game.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like an F1
Welcome
just
to
called
F1
it, like,
Manager
Manager
2022,
2022.
the ultimate F1 simulation, putting you in the position of team principal at one of the 10 current F1 teams, battling it out for a chance to be the next world champion.
Sure, car nerds
Choose your
will
team
love
and
this.
drive every decision
Hey,
that leads
hey,
to you
here-
making your
here's-
mark on the
here's my
grid
thing.
and hopefully the podium. Winning championships depends
Is
on
it
your
gonna be a
ability to
one-time
make the
purchase?
right calls on and off the track.
Is what?
During races, you'll mastermind
It's the
strategy,
game, gonna be a
plan
one-time
tyre stints for each
purchase.
driver, and
I
make
would think
changes on
so.
the fly when necessary.
No, yeah, I don't think you
Issue driver
understand.
callouts, such as instructing them to
What
attack or
happened to
defend,
the last
manage
car
their
game
tyre wear
everyone
and
was
battery
excited
usage,
about?
Yeah,
or even
I
to avoid
understand
battling
the
a
question,
teammate. All
unfortunately.
while reacting to dynamic events like race
That's
incidents,
a question we don't
fluctuating
ask
weather, and track
enough.
conditions.
Yeah,
Between race weekends, you'll control every
I've gotten
detail
very
of your team
cynical
from your
about
state-of-the-art
anything that has to do
headquarters.
with cars or
Hire
sports
best-in-class
or anything.
staff to work across your
Well,
aerodynamics
yeah, but that was
and
just
engineering
Sony,
teams
right?
and put them to the
No,
task
no,
Talking
to
about
develop
Forza?
anything
No, no,
about
no.
their new parts
No,
for
it
upcoming
was-
races. Optimize your
the
finances to
company
keep the board
itself.
happy, improve and maintain your facilities, and scout talent from
Okay,
F2
I don't know
and
what you're
F3
referring to.
try and ensure future success. They say knowledge is power, and keeping a close eye on a
Let's
plethora
just
of
say-
realistic data will help give you the edge.
Why does it kind of
From
feel
the
like
finer details of how
some
car
of the
parts affect
UI
overall
is missing a
performance,
button?
to a track's expected grip level,
I,
to the condition of
don't-
the wind tunnel.
I don't think it does.
How you analyze the
It's fine
data
to me.
and choose to spend your
I
resources
think I see
will
what
car
you
make or
performance
break
summary?
your
Why
progress.
is it kind of
You'll find
disjointed
depth
like
and
that?
detail
They
and
always make it
abundance,
where
even
things
down
are
to
kind of
real-world
even
team
and
radio
nice
messages
looking.
Yeah,
between drivers and
it's missing
engineers,
a button.
and race commentary from David Croft and Karun Chandok. While broadcast-style presentation showcases 2022's striking new car design with real trackside and onboard camera angles. The sleek management menus
Just
and
say,
intuitive
I won't get a
controls
car
drive
game
an
if they're going to try to
immersive
make me
F1
pay real
fantasy
world
home
money for the
as
car.
you plan and execute the
Okay.
perfect strategy.
That's fine.
in F1 Manager 2022. Pre-order the digital version now for
I
early
mean,
access
it's
from
not
August
really
25th.
interesting to me in the first place. So,
So something
I
like
don't-
this would
I'm
be
not-
great if they had Switch extension.
Hey everyone, after 1 year of
Yeah, you're
Chivalry
not
2,
wrong.
we've
That
more
would
than
be kinda
doubled the
fun.
size of the game, and now we're excited to bring even more knights onto the battlefield. Because today, right now, Chivalry 2 is out on Steam with crossplay between all platforms.
Really?
This is our biggest update to the game yet, and it brings players to an
How did
all-new
you get
desert
Sony
theater
to
of
agree
war,
with
and
that?
best of all, brings us horses
I mean,
into
they
Chivalry 2
agree
and
with a
mounted
lot
combat.
of things lately.
We want to thank our community for making the game as
Crossplay-wise.
success that it's been so far, and if you haven't played
That's
it yet,
true.
now is the
I
best
guess
time to
they were
get
getting-
Chivalry
I kinda have
2.
to-
Take a look at our new trailer that
I
shows
kind of
off
have
the
to
new
right now
update and
because
Snowsian
of
invasion.
how many people are mad that they won't do it.
Yeah. They've actually allowed a lot of games. Warframe also needs to add it.
I want them to add
is
cross,
at an end. The Agapians
what you call it,
to the
Crossplay.
in the north.
not exactly crossplay, but more like, let me move my save file.
Yeah,
Oh,
cross save.
cross progression.
From the south.
Cross progression on Paladins because I found out today I don't have any of the stuff from my Paladins on PlayStation on my PC.
Back into
Yeah,
the desert.
Sony's usually pretty bad about cross progression.
Their forces will crash and break against the bulwark. If the wall
I've
falls,
never played a chivalry game.
we
Will
must
this be good? It looks fun.
It's like a multiplayer, like knight, like
ready
game,
the ships.
like medieval
totally-
combat.
I would.
Long has
Yeah.
Senosha remained safe from my
Okay.
fury. No.
I would play the knight, like the joust. Oh!
They
I don't think you necessarily quite get that sort of choice.
their city
You sometimes. I think you can steal other people's forces, if I remember.
their knowledge will
So, worst case scenario, find someone with a horse and behead him and take the horse.
I know you get to pick some stuff, but
Yeah, I think you kind of have to like.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil
certain
from Sweet
stuff.
Bandits, live from Quebec City. Really glad to be here today for the PC Gaming Show. We'll be showing the first trailer for our game, Deceive Inc. It's a multiplayer competitive spy game where you get to use social stealth, high-tech gadgets, and powerful spy abilities to try and get the upper hand. We've had the chance of working with Tripwire Presents on the project, so this is only the beginning. Please
Ah, yes,
follow
the
us on
powerful
social media
spy
at
ability,
Play This
Gun.
Evening to learn more. We'll be releasing the game
Gun is
in
pretty
early
strong as an
2023
ability.
on PC, Xbox Series
Yeah,
S,
but it's
and X,
definitely not a
and
spy
PS5.
ability, let's be
Thank you
honest.
so much,
I know,
and
it's
let's enjoy the trailer.
Unless you mean you summon a gun out of nowhere.
Your mission is simple.
Or out of an
Infiltrate the
impossible
frozen coral
space, like you
underwater
summon a
hotel
full-on
and
rifle out
retrieve
of
the
your
blueprint
pocket.
of a powerful weapon. As you know, Deceive Inc.'s company policy is to deploy multiple agents to ensure the mission's success.
Oh, so you're
But only
competing
one
against your
will get the
friends
paycheck.
to sneak
Do
in.
whatever it takes, Agent, and be careful out there.
Try your best. Let's see if it's enough. Booyah!
This is a cool idea.
Ka-ching! Oh, come on. They can't be this fast.
Can work.
And they thought
They
it
also
was
remind me of
secure.
American Arcade.
In the end, I am victorious.
I mean, visually, there's some similarities.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is that it?
Right on target. Outskilled and outgunned.
So it's like 4 people are trying to sneak in and do this thing, but also you can kill each other.
Yep.
Target acquired. Moving to rendezvous
I like
point.
this. Seems
You
cool.
might as well
All
let
done.
someone else do the work, and then just pop them at the end.
Really? Mission complete.
First fight of the
Among Us.
It's
is
like,
pretty-
and well, it's not Among Us because you're not trying to find out who's the spy. There's all the 4 players are a spy.
Among Us, but everyone is an imposter, and we all have kill buttons.
No, it's its own thing. Y'all.
I know it's its own thing. Shush. I'm making a joke.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever have a reoccurring dream that you really wish would come
No.
true? I mean, mine personally involves a flight of unicorns and a Valkyrie army on Pegasuses, but you know, yours may be different. But, you know, somehow I doubt it. This year, we've partnered with the PC
Doubt
builders
it.
at iBuyPower to bring
Please
a
build your
very
own
different
computers.
dream to life. My dream PC room.
Please do not buy pre-built
Unfortunately,
PCs.
there's bad
They're
news for me.
usually
I
not
don't
worth the
get to
money.
keep it. But
Especially
very good
from
news for all of
iBuyPower.
you, we're going to be giving the entire
Like, if you
contents
want a
of
good
this room
pre-built,
away
go
to a
watch
lucky
all
winner
of the
watching
pre-built
show.
videos from
So
Gamers
let's dive
Nexus,
in
and you'll
and
see
see
how
what's
many
up
of
for
them
grabs.
kind of rip you off.
The beating heart of any PC
I mean,
gaming dream
I
room
did
is, of
buy
course, the
a
rig,
pre-built,
so let's start there.
during
As
the,
you can see, the mad
graphics
geniuses
card
at iBuyPower
crisis,
have built an
but
absolute
Yeah, I
I,
did the same.
I
The
went through
first thing
Power
you'll notice is
GPU,
that height
so
Y60 case with
Yeah,
its
but that makes
wraparound tempered
sense.
glass
Like, you're
panels.
getting it so you can
This
gut
thing
it,
is built
or because
from
it's the only way to
ground
get the
up to
equipment
display
you
the
need. But
sickest
like a lot of
PC
people
tech
who
you
do
can
this because
squeeze
they're like,
into a
I don't know
desktop
how to build a
machine.
computer. It's
And
like,
let's
Yeah.
face
just
it,
learn,
Really?
and you'll get a better
graphics card
thing.
in these dry,
really,
dry
It's
they're
also
times.
not
boutique
that
You owe it
builders
to the
for
silicon gods
streamers,
to show it off
so
properly.
it made
Okay,
lots of
case
sense.
and lighting looks dope, but
Yeah.
for this to be a true dream PC, we need more than just state-of-the-art drip. Luckily, the substance
But like
matches
that's
the
different
style.
than like
So let's check out the guts of our
or
dream
NZXT
PC. And trust
or
me,
any
there's
of the
plenty
other
of
like
power
mainstream.
around it.
Now,
The big
pre-built
question though
NZXT
is what pixel
does
pusher
sell
iBuyPower
a
has
kit
used, and you
to let you
won't
build your
be
own.
disappointed with an
I
overclocked
kind of like
RTX
that idea.
3090 from
Like
Gigabyte,
you just get the
right?
parts
This 24GB monster of a
pre-assembled for you,
GPU
so you don't
packs
have to
the
design it
cooling to stay
yourself,
chill and the
then you
power to
assemble it.
smash through any game
Like I like that
throw
idea.
at
And
it.
they give you good
The
instructions.
graphics
I've
card
seen
is
it.
the rig's MVP,
That's
but any
good.
superstar
I
needs
wanna-
some dope backup.
I might
And
actually
the
look
fastest
into
gaming
that.
CPU
That sounds
around,
tempting.
the Intel 5.5 GHz Core i9 12900
Depending on what it
KS
comes
with
with.
32 gigabytes
It's like
of
specking out the
DDR5
PC is the
RAM
most
and 2
frustrating
terabytes
part of
seriously
building it out,
fast SSD
you know?
storage,
In a
both
lot
from
of
big
cases.
data, makes up
Having
the
to shop
perfect
around,
support
find
team.
like compare parts
Whew,
from different
that is a
vendors.
whole lot of
Be nice to
PC.
not have to worry
But
about
Mika,
that.
you may greedily wonder, what about the peripherals? Well, animal lovers,
And
we got you
NZXT,
covered,
I do
'cause the
really
Height
like
Eclipse
their
wireless headset comes in
case
plush vegan
designs.
leather trim with a 30-hour battery life.
I
and
will say that's one of the
competition-grade
better looking
2.4
gaming
gigahertz
headsets I've
connection.
seen.
And you noisy typers are going to love the
I
clicky
don't
clacky
really
mechanical
like
keyboard that goes
gaming
with it.
headsets. But
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh no, I've
RGB?
grown to
Well, of course,
kind of dislike
the
them.
keyboard and mouse
But I
both
guess if you're
light
not a
up like
streamer,
Atlantic City on a
it's
Saturday
whatever,
night.
get whatever
And yeah,
works for
you
you.
can turn it off so you can actually get some sleep. You can find out more
I don't
about
really
this
like
gear
the
today
keyboard, though.
over
I got a
at
pre-built,
iBuyPower.com, but I know what you
got it
really
done.
want to know. the
A
info
company
on how
that-
to win this beastly setup. So here
Basically,
are
all
the
they're doing is charging you for the parts.
Thanks,
and they
Mika.
just do
Yes,
it better.
folks, it couldn't
Yeah.
be easier to enter our Dream PC giveaway.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
not
must
really a
head
pre-build.
over to
Like, when I
pcgaming.com/dreampc
When I think
and follow
pre-built,
the
I
simple
think
instructions.
like I went
There
to Best
you'll find
Buy and bought a
complete
computer
breakdown
that
of
was
the
already.
price.
Oh no, no, no,
Don't
no!
Oh,
I
God,
wouldn't
no.
touch
Also
that.
comes with some very swish monitors
I
as
don't even
well
have
as
Best Buy
eligibility
around here,
rules.
but
Good luck,
I
gamers.
know how bad
That
it
is right.
can
Just
be.
head over to
Yeah, insert PC electronics
for your
store
chance to
here.
win. But for now, let's get
Whatever's
back to
in
the
your
games.
region.
From Kepler Interactive and
Oh, mine
A44
was
Games
from a
comes
website,
Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn, an action RPG from the team behind Ashen.
I actually
where
got mine
gods and
from,
guns
ironically, the place I now work at.
So, I just had to check by going to the link and seeing
Although
what
it
would
was a
happen.
custom build.
And
We just
the
saw
links,
this, like,
Yeah, Flintlock.
yeah, the link though already has a service unavailable.
yeah, everyone probably clicking it.
For what?
The Dream PC they just showed.
I mean, you're offering people a free PC.
I just went to
Yeah,
3090.
People will jump on that.
I'm simple like that. And this game still does look pretty cool.
I checked the actual gameplay on it on Steam. It looks good, and it's kind of Souls-like in nature. So yeah, definitely my type of game.
Being Souls-like kind of makes me not want to play it, but... See, this part looks just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I still say, that's what it reminds me of the most.
That's valid.
Being attacked by the birdies.
Oh, not another flop. I just noticed that.
Ooh, that game is interesting. Flintlock.
Yep.
Yeah, they showed this in the Xbox One as well.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass.
I don't like Game Pass. Too many people support it, and let's be honest, yeah, it gives you a lot of good games and stuff. But here's the
Hey,
thing.
PC Gaming Show.
What if
I'm
Xbox
Derek Bradley,
just
the
decides
CEO
they don't
of
want
A44
you to have
Games
those
and creative
games?
director of
Yeah.
Flintlock,
I mean,
The Siege of Dawn.
you could still just buy the
Flintlock
games.
is set in a world
It's
ruled
like
by
saying,
but
oh,
you're
this
paying
show you
to-
like isn't on
humanity.
Netflix.
You now have the power
Then you
of
can
black
just
powder and
go
bombs and
pay
flintlock
for the
rifles
thing. Like I don't,
to
like
finally
you
overthrow the
never
gods
owned the
and
game, and the whole
take
point
world
is
back.
it's
You'll play
Yeah,
as
that's the
a
issue I
Black
have
Team
with it
Sapper,
as well.
one of the
honestly,
elite
so
explosive
You're paying
forces
a
of
sub.
the
what you
coalition
mean,
forces.
but you can
Yeah.
cancel
Nor
any
herself
time.
has a personal vendetta
and
against
then
the
you
gods
don't
and
get
will
those
stop at
games.
nothing to get her
Yeah.
revenge.
So you pay
Yeah, but
money
you're-
But you won't be
to
going it
play
alone.
the game,
Renor brings firepower. Her fox-like
but you don't
companion
get to keep the
Inky
game.
brings magic to the battlefield.
Yeah, that's
You
how
will have to
renting
master
works
a
and
combination of axe
subscription
combat
services
and
work.
gunplay,
Like
while your
you
companion
complain,
It's a little
uses magical
different.
powers
It's a
to
little
disrupt
different.
enemies. We can't
like-
do
Actually, no, it's
You get to
literally
play the game.
next year. Head over
It's-
to our
it's like,
socials for more info.
do you pay for
And don't
Spotify?
forget to wish this now
Or
on
Netflix?
Steam and Epic
No.
Games Store.
Zijn we de internet
Have a
provider?
great show.
Coming up next, a mysterious
it's
new
like-
sci-fi
I
game
just
from
don't like
11-bit
renting in
Studios,
general.
the creators
And that's
of
fine, that's
This World
valid, but I'm just
Hear
like,
all about it in our exclusive
it's not really any different
The
from any
We'll
other
also show you
subscription
what's
service.
next for Outriders from Square Enix and
Outriders, the
Fly.
game that literally
Plus,
nobody plays.
if you look back on high school and
Yeah,
think,
not
you know,
anymore.
those 4 years would have
Endgame
been
is
better
trash.
if I was fighting literal
Yeah,
demons,
it's really
you're
a good
definitely
no.
going to want to study up on our next world
Demon
exclusive
School.
independent game inspired by
This
the
looks
Persona
cool.
series. Choke your health
It looks
potions now
good.
because there is
Why
so
just-
much more PC gaming show
Why
coming your
is
way.
the name
Before we
so-
go, the folks at Compass Data Centers have a little quiz for you.
Why is
How
my
much
brain
higher
being
is
cynical
5G's
today?
data capacity compared to current 4G networks? Scan this QR code and answer the question for a chance to win
Yeah,
500
sometimes
bucks
I'm
worth of
just
stuff from
cynical and I don't know
Razer,
why.
or visit
Probably I'm not like
gaming.compassdatacenters.com.
this.
Okay, now back to the PC gaming
Maybe I'm
show.
just still tired.
Maybe.
Ready to game?
Oh, I don't want to see the credit cards.
You slay.
I'm tired of this
You
credit
achieve.
card.
You win. So should your bank account.
I wouldn't even
Because
get one if I
your
wanted
What is
focus
this?
stop
Get your
money.
gamer bank account?
I'm just gonna mute that.
Yeah, honestly, good idea. Nope.
They never actually give me
Nope.
one, so it matters nothing to me.
Even if they gave me one for free, I'd be like, nah. I don't want to support that. No.
True.
Answer is yes. It's
They
time to
stopped
talk
letting
about
credit
The
cards
Alters,
on
the
high
brand
school
new
and college
game from
campuses, and so now
11-bit
they're going to
Studios.
Twitch.
The Warsaw-based studio made us cry in this war.
This is
of
gonna be
mine,
Frostpunk.
making difficult
Really,
choices
the only
in
company
space
so
for
far
the
that's really,
in Frostpunk and
really the
battling
only company
corruption,
that
corruption and
failed
children
this
of
time
Morta.
is
The
Sony.
Altar sends us to the deepest, darkest reaches of space.
Oh, this is something else.
In a survival
Yes.
story that is guaranteed to give you an existential crisis in a good way. This is a really big moment for this year's show. I can't wait.
Let's
take
see
a
what
look.
this is.
Really
11-bit
big
Studios
moment.
publishes
Really
and
big-
makes some good games.
really big moment for.
I mean, they have a good pedigree.
Well, for me,
So,
yeah.
I did love the War of Mine.
I have heard it's a good game. So
I don't know if it's the same developers, but it's the same publisher, so it might be just a different team that they have at 11-bit.
Might be.
I mean, this obviously isn't gameplay. Like, not with cloth physics like that.
I mean, it
Like,
could
your,
be. but-
your computer
Could
would
be. It
melt.
could be in what you call it, Unreal Engine 5.
What's with the happy music all of a sudden?
Wait, isn't that him?
Yep.
Yeah, that is it. Oh, whoa.
What the heck?
Ah!
Enough.
Ah!
It's like that one Childish Gambino music video.
He can talk to himself. This is awesome.
Tons of clones. Tons of clones.
I want a hamburger.
I agree with
I
the
do. I
one
want a
that's eating
hamburger
the
now,
burger.
too.
I like the one that's eating the burger. He
And,
has his head in the ponytail,
yeah.
and he's just like,
I
yeah.
have a book now. Yeah.
It's a day in the life, man.
It's
What
cool.
the heck?
What the
I don't
what?
use it all the time.
What the heck is
And
this?
that looks really weird.
I can't read that.
Altars?
Yeah.
Add to wish list. Well, I'd love to have seen gameplay of it, but this could potentially be interesting.
I would really like to know the premise.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that we have lots of clones.
Joining us now to talk about what we
Oh,
just
here we
saw
go.
all the way from Poland is Tomasz Kasilewicz of 11-Bit Studios. Welcome to the PC Gaming Show, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Okay, there is a lot to unpack there. We got clones, we got this huge wheel. Tell us, what did we just see?
No
Well,
gameplay.
first of all, these guys were not exactly the clones. We saw Jan, our main character, who's traveling with a group of the Alters, who are the alternative versions of the same person.
Oh, okay.
And
Multiverse.
they are going through this distant alien
Oh, no.
planet in their mobile base, which was the
Oh,
wheel
wait,
you
even
saw
that.
at the end.
So, what's the player's goal as they're progressing through the story?
So you are a space builder stranded on this distant planet, and your goal is to survive and find a way back home. But the thing is, in order to do so, you need to create those alters, as each one of them have different set of skills and character traits. So these are things necessary for your survival and finding a way back home.
So one of
So
them
from
is
the
streamer.
trailer, tonally this could be a horror, a
Why do you
thriller,
have
a
to say that?
mystery.
Why?
What should players expect?
Actually, there are bits of everything you mentioned. Like, there is this mystery as we're looking deep into the soul of the character. But
No, it says
what
from
you
the creators
find there
of
can also be pretty scary. So
The
there are
Last of
those
Us.
beats of
I mean, not Last of
psychological
Us,
horror
this
and
War of Mine.
drama. But then
Yeah,
on top
but I
of
don't
it,
know if
we
they
have
just mean
this
the company
quite
or
thick
the
layer
actual
of surreality. I mean, how
Oh,
surreal would
okay.
it be to one day, you know, wake up next to a little different alternative version of your
If
very
it's by the
self?
same people,
there's a
I'm
quote that you
definitely
shared with
looking
me
forward to
earlier,
it. The
that
thing
man
was really good.
cannot remake himself without
It's kind of like when a
suffering. He is
company
both the
says,
marble
like,
and
the,
the
from the
sculptor.
creators of,
How
like,
does this
Modern
quote
Warfare
relate to the
2,
story?
it's like, but none
So
of those
this
people
quote,
work there
it
anymore.
relates directly
So
to
that's
the main theme
somewhat
of our
misleading.
game. We as people, we
True.
are shaping ourselves every single day with every single decision that we are making. This process, the whole process of becoming who we are, it can be quite painful at times. But in our game, Jan, the main character, he has this unique possibility of not only shaping himself, but also reshaping himself and numerous times with every single altar that he is creating.
Do you see this as more of a classic sci-fi story, something like a Ray Bradbury work, or is it something more contemporary?
Well, it is very classic sci-fi in a way that we are taking a relatable topic and we are using the sci-fi theme, we are using the sci-fi setting to look at it through
yes,
the magnifying
having multiple
lenses.
versions of yourself,
But then when
very
we're choosing the
relatable, I
tools, this
agree.
is a very contemporary
he's talking
game,
about
and
how
we're taking advantage of what
everyone
video
goes through
games
times where
are
they're
as a medium.
changing
So
up who they are.
we're
and stuff.
using tools like
It was a joke.
systematic design and
Oh.
non-linearity in order to put the players in the middle of
I'm guessing
the
this is a
experience
game that's not going to come out
and
for a
in
while.
the end allow them
Probably
to create
not.
their
How
own
good it
stories
looks, I
inside
doubt
the
it.
game.
I wanted to ask a little bit about the relationship of your previous
Well, I just
titles
mean, like,
to the
they didn't show
altars,
any
whether there's
gameplay,
any
and they're kind of
narrative
Yeah,
just
that
going
too.
through vague,
themes, or
vague
even just influence
concepts.
that those games had
Very
on this
vague,
one.
yeah.
Well, The Altars is purely 100% our game, 11-bit Studios game, and it's created in line with our meaningful entertainment philosophy. So it's a game we hope that it will make you think even after you stop playing it. This War of Mine was this first huge milestone. It paved the way for all the future titles. And with Frostpunk, it was taken to another level with the strong focus on the emergent narrative. And now with the Altars, we want to follow that path, but we also really want
But
to push the
this
boundaries
game's
even
gonna be
further
hard because
and expand
this
on
War of
how
Mine
we
was hard,
approach
and then
meaningful
Frostpunk was
topics
harder.
inside the design of our games.
Thanks
I
so
mean,
much again to Tomasz and the
obviously
whole team at
somewhat.
11-Bit Studios for joining us this year.
Frostpunk did have
And while
pretty
I try to
variable
find enough
difficulty,
Rapidium
though.
to make
You
it
could
through
make it
day
a
1
lot
to 8,
easier.
let's
Yeah,
head on over
that's
to
true.
Mika Burton and keep things rolling like a massive space station.
But if it's anything like this War of Mine,
Honestly,
then it's
I
gonna be
need to look into
way...
getting myself cloned so I can make time to play all of
It's
these
gonna make
awesome
you think
games we've
about
seen
each
so
thing
far.
you do.
But I'm also like
I would take a
legitimately
clone of
worried about
Mika.
having to eventually fight my clone in
We'd be
single-handed
besties.
combat when they
I know
steal
it.
my life, making me wonder if I was the clone all along. Is it really
Why don't
worth
you
it
just
for
make
video-
friends
yeah,
with the
no, it's
actual
totally worth it
Mika
for video
then?
games. Anyway, that's a problem for future Mika.
She might be
Present
busy.
Mika is much more interested
Yeah,
in what
she's already
you all
busy.
have been saying about the show so far. So
Better
keep letting
idea.
us know your
Have
thoughts by using
the
hashtag
clone of
PC
Mika
Gaming
be the
Show
busy
on
one
all
and
platforms.
befriend the real
Now
one.
let's get back to the real reason all here.
I think that
Cloning.
too,
I mean
but-
video games. Video games.
I feel like that's self-indulgence, and I feel like the clone was not like that.
Outriders.
You know, again.
Yep. Gotta advertise that.
Square, people aren't going to play Outriders, I'm sorry. Like, I think y'all kind of screwed the pooch.
Well, Celius will.
Why
Yeah, I'm not
put
buying
so much
DLC.
investment?
Not for 40 bucks.
That's insane.
It's 40 bucks?
Yeah.
No.
Who do they think
What
they
does it
are?
even-
Destiny?
I mean,
And
I
even
would think even
Destiny
this...
doesn't deserve that anymore because they just take away the DLC after a while.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I mentioned them.
A 48-hour access if you pre-order. That's so lame. Oh, we
Sounds
have
fun.
different medieval art style game.
Oh boy.
I love Push Craft.
Did we need
Push
more?
Craft is really fun. Is this like a DLC for Push Craft?
No, I think this is its own thing.
No, this is Potion Craft,
Oh.
and it's already out, I think. So I
New
don't know what
potions
they're
and
doing.
quests. So
It is.
Oh, okay.
It's
Is
either
it just an
DLC
update or
or
is it a DLC?
Maybe an
I don't know. It's one
update.
or the other.
Stream just mentions the original game, so I don't know.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I guess this is an update to something.
Thanks for the drink, Soggy.
Yep, you're right, Potion Craft. Leaves early access and fall
Oh,
28.
please early access. So I guess they're
Sure,
updating it
sure.
finally
When
for the
Tiny
like
Build lets you
last
open your own
or something.
medieval potion shop,
For-
you get
probably for the
hailed
nat-
as a
for, like, the big
master
release,
alchemist.
you know.
But when
Yeah,
I do
okay.
it, I get a sternly worded letter from my landlord about how my cauldron violates our lease agreement. Whatever, it's his loss. But more importantly, folks, we promise you the maximum amount of games humanly possible.
What were you
and we
cooking in a
aim to deliver,
cauldron?
quite literally.
Why do you have a cauldron in the first place inside of an apartment?
Why don't
Oh, no.
you have a cauldron?
War dogs.
I have a cauldron, but not inside of an apartment.
In a mall.
No, Kitty!
Heck yeah. Airborne kitty.
Oh, this is that
Oh, this is that shooter thing.
Yeah, the Battle
this is
Royale.
that battle royale
Oh,
animal.
Super Animal Royale.
Yeah.
Oh, this is new season. Okay,
Neat, I
never mind.
guess.
Oh, the 2 times.
We're back to the 80s.
This gives
Knight
me a
Rider.
bit of whatchamacallit, GTA Vice City vibes a bit.
I don't even know exactly what I'm seeing, but
I think it's supposed to be like a melee. Oh, this looks cool. It's like a tactical, like,
oh, card-based.
yeah,
Card-based
card-based
tactical.
tactical game
I like it.
with
Is
a
this
really
Bruce
cool
Lee?
art style. It's like discount Bruce Lee.
He's got 4 arms.
Oh, it's got a demo too. Dang. Neat.
This is gonna be one of the games that cut off. Ooh, ooh! Please tell me this is.
More cards.
It better not be by this.
Before
It better
your
not be by the
eyes lies
same
the
people, because
celestial
those people ruined
A
that
world
game.
of peace above the clouds,
Looks like it's a tactical
protected by 4
tactical
great
RPG.
houses.
Yeah. It looks kind of like a tactical RPG I played for a while. Oh my gosh, it's way better than mine. Please don't ruin it with monetization, please. The fire looks really good.
Yeah, the
I don't
game
know.
is fine.
It's
I'm not a
chapter
big
based.
fan of the card model.
I always wanted a good card tactical RPG, and this one looks really good. This one might be the best one yet. Oh yeah, I already wishlist to that because I saw it. Ugh.
Maho Kenchi. So, magic swordman.
Planet Earth.
Yep.
That's literally what that
Trip
means.
wire stuff coming
To
out.
protect it, we must reach out to explore the unknown. Our team of experts is presently probing the deep sea in a struggle against the yoke of overregulation.
Title Terror.
These security and defense innovations allow you to shrink any problem down to size. We surge forward, obliterating the enemies of progress, but we refuse to let
Why
these
are you
victories
fighting
go to our
bombs
heads.
as,
We are
like,
the
oil
future.
people?
We
Oh,
are
it's
the
Captain
Please
future.
go see.
Oh.
You'll see.
And now it's
Okay,
time
that
to give you
explains
an
it.
exclusive briefing
Yeah, that
on
explains
what's next
everything.
for one of PC gaming's titans of modding, simulation, and scale, Arma 4.
Ooh.
Last month, developer Bohemia Interactive kicked things off by releasing Arma Reforger on Steam in early access. This playable prototype will be a foundation for Arma 4. And with it playable on Steam now, we have a ton of questions
hey,
about
buy
the
this
future of
game,
Arma.
it's
I mean,
a-
after all,
only a
this
sneak
is a
peek
series
at
that helped
a
birth the
later
survival genre through DayZ.
Well, I
Oh,
think
and
it
also
might
this
have been
other little
free.
niche genre you may have heard of
Oh,
called
what's that?
Battle Royale. To help us peer
But,
into the
like,
future for this project,
Arma
we've
4
got none
would be a
other than
big deal.
Bohemia Interactive. Thank you
Oh,
so much for
Arma 4
joining
would
us.
be-
So as of right now, Arma Reforger has been out for about a month. What is it that you've been learning or seeing from players?
At first, we've learned that players like Reforger a lot and they appreciate the work we've put into it. We also realized they like modding a lot and they really view
Feel
this as
anything
a
negative.
key quality of our games. And we are very pleased by the reactions of both our
I'll just look
community
at the
and
Steam
new
reviews
players
and
who
see if it's good.
immediately started flooding internet with videos, playthroughs, and praise of our new technology. So we are very glad that the
It's mixed on stream.
So there's no doubt players who have been
Yep,
longtime
I knew
fans
it.
of the franchise stepping into Arma Reforger.
So
And I'm
they're
curious,
basically like
what were some of the big
talking out their ass right
challenges
now.
of rebuilding that specific Arma
Yeah.
feel from the ground up in this brand new engine?
Well, it's a very tricky subject because even internally it's an ongoing kind of fight. So I'm myself very much on the very purist side of things. So no HUD, no save games, no superficial helpers, and this fight can get very intense even in-house. So I'm the real Arma purist, and I'm on this for 25 years now, so I will keep fighting, but obviously this is part of the fun. So there's always never-ending battle. I think 2 years ago we really struggled to keep it Arma and even internally preserve our own standards. So do it our own way rather than replicating what's maybe normal in other games, because our goal is not to make the same game as all other games. So our goal is to remain unique.
I'm curious if you can speak to what the main goals of Reforger is, because it's a little unusual compared to other releases. I mean, for instance, how much content should a player expect if, say, they've been playing Arma 3 for years?
Our goals were, of course, to restart the series from a technological standpoint, really make room for some new achievements, utilize the technology which is state of the art, both in terms of how it looks like, how it's controlled, how it can be modded.
It's important to understand it may look as a kind of normal game on the surface, but there's a big system behind it. So just the tool suite is a massive tool suite, never tested by a large public. So it's a premiere of a tool suite, and these tools are being built for nearly 5 years now. So we really need users to start using them to keep improving and continue building it.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have one quick question from the Arma fans. Has Russia's invasion of Ukraine impacted your approach to Arma 4 and Arma Reforger, a game that depicts the Cold War?
Oh boy.
That's a
well, yes, because
pretty
it's
intense question.
Extremely close to us. We even live in a way very nearby, so definitely. On the other hand, we started work on this many years ago, so the direction was set before. But we always approach conflicts and armed conflicts with a great level of respect. We're still at the beginning, but we definitely would like to continue in our exploring this serious theme.
Arma, as I see it, has always been a bit more of a anti-war game. It's an entertainment product. That's fair thing to admit. On the other hand, given the topic, given our, let's say, maturity and long time we've spent on it, and our ambition to portray it as a all very complex and gritty thing, I would like us to contribute by not just entertaining people, but also educating them on the subject. This was the whole point of starting the cooperation with the International Committee of the Red Cross, and I believe we have great potential, big responsibility in this era, and a very important chance to contribute at least a little bit to the good side of things.
This would not be an interview about Arma unless we were asking about modding. I mean, so many amazing games and genres came from Arma mods, so I gotta know what's possible in Reforger that wasn't possible in the past.
Now with this technology, it's possible to create entirely different things, like entirely different games. It has so many variables, but the beauty now is that much more of it is user accessible, unlike the previous games. So people can easily digest how this is constructed in our Workbench tools. So unlike previously where it was more hard-coded in the C++ engine, so now they can check the data of every single element of the game and go much, much deeper than in previous games. So this will be super exciting.
Now, I wanted to ask a little bit about performance, because anyone who's played Arma knows that it can get really challenging to get a good frame rate in those massive multiplayer matches. So I'm curious, what expectations should players have about performance leading into Arma 4?
Arma 3 was built on foundations laid down in times of single core and no GPUs, basically. So this time much more computations and intensive rendering things can be done directly on GPU, but it required completely a new approach.
Again, we are in the beginning, and we know that there are problems, there are difficulties, but we are solving them one by one. We are really gathering community feedback, and even our own definitely feedback. So we are moving things forward, and yeah, it's about optimization. It's not that much about FPS, but also for like network traffic, for instance. When you have this massive multiplayer game, it's a huge challenge. Server performance, of course, and all the technical things. So we are moving forward.
Thank you so much again, Bohemia Interactive, for giving us the inside scoop on both
When
Arma
exactly
Reforger
did
and
they start
Arma
working
4.
on Arma
Now,
3?
you don't go anywhere because
multi-core
here
processors
is what's around the
and
corner.
GPUs didn't exist.
Just around the
think that's
corner
in
in the
the
PC Gaming Show,
2000s.
prepare to experience terror ranging from the subaqueous to the subconscious with the latest from Shiro Games. Hold on to your butts because front-end development spared no expense on the new Jurassic World
wondering what he meant
Evolution
by
2
no
expansion.
GPUs. Like,
and get
maybe
your
he
crowbars
meant
ready for Half-Life Alyx
GPUs weren't
Levitation,
multi-core?
a special project from some very talented
Maybe.
modders. Oh, modders, what would PC gaming be without you?
Heck yeah,
While we're here,
modders.
quick geography question. Which parts of the world use the most bandwidth for gaming? Answer this question for the folks at Compass Data Centers and
But
it could
Japan
win
has
a
the
$500
bandwidth,
Razer
so-
gift card. Scan the QR code on the screen
Surprised if
to
it wasn't
enter.
South Korea.
I would
Last
also be
year,
fine
Shiro
about
Games
that.
debuted War
I would
Tales
think so,
at the
too.
PC Gaming Show, but the publisher has a lot more than its medieval sandbox RPG on the way. Up next, we'll hear what's up with Shiro's slate of projects, and stick around for the debut of two completely new games, Decarnation and Abyssals.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for the invitation, Mika. I'm James, and I can't wait to show you everything that we've got prepared for you today. So it's been a crazy couple of months for everyone here at Shiro Games, with Dune Spice Wars marking the most successful release in the history of the company, and it's entirely thanks to all of you.
The what?
But today, let's look at Dune Spice Wars multiplayer
All of
mode.
you.
Up to 4 players can go head-to-head
Dune
in free
Spice
for all,
Wars.
2v2,
It's a-
all work together
it's
in
a
co-op against AI
RTS,
opponents.
like
We're
four-
introducing
or no,
new
it's a
synergy
4X
systems
game
between factions that
about
will open a vast number of strategies to help you crush your opponents. Multiplayer will be available in Dune Spice
Yeah.
Wars very soon.
I sort of recall hearing
After
about
5
it.
years and nearly 3 million units sold, Northgard's story finally continues. In a new chapter set shortly after the events of the first campaign, Ragnarok has decimated the lands of Northgard. Long-standing alliances have been broken. Violence and betrayal now plague the continent.
Oh, sounds great. Yep. Nice and
Forced to
comfy.
depart what they once called home, our heroes arrive on unknown shores and find themselves confronted by unfamiliar faces in a dangerous new realm. This Northgard expansion arrives this winter.
Hey, Northgard, cool.
And for all of our War Tales players out there, Cooperative is finally coming to our open world tactical RPG. You share food, gold, and camp with your
Oh,
friends.
I played this.
But you
a
can
little bit.
split up to cover more ground.
Yeah, I have played the demo.
Before every
Or
fight,
the early
devise
access
the
they had
perfect
a couple of
strategy to
months ago.
overcome any threats that
Yeah,
may stand in your
I
way.
died
It's frigging-
horribly.
Be careful
Yeah.
in your approach,
Yeah, it's
as one
frigging
wrong
awful.
move may lead to your group's demise.
Horribly.
The co-op update will allow you to play between 2 to 4 players, and it will be available this summer.
Maybe we could live if we multiplayer it.
So a few months ago, we announced Shiro Unlimited.
Unless
a new
they up the
publishing label
numbers.
created by indies for indies, and we are very proud to announce 2 new titles coming from the Shiro Unlimited family.
It seemed like our last chance to start again, to escape Earth's devastation.
We
Looks
used
like you're
our
underwater.
limited resources to lay the foundations of a new life
Seems that
deep
way.
below the waves of this strange
That's a cool
new
fish.
planet.
If a bit big.
But soon, we realized it was not the dream world we had hoped for.
It looks like a
When faced
hex
against
grid
the darkness of the abyss, we
builder.
found ourselves helpless.
Lost.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Oh, great.
Definitely builder.
Definitely.
Ooh,
Tell you.
RPG, maybe?
Ew.
What the heck?
It started off so good.
Yeah, then you get something like this.
could be.
They were definitely doing some drugs.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm not even sure that's a
Thank you
word.
very much for sticking with us, everyone. We hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
I mean,
Not that it
now
needs to
it
be
is.
one, but
Yeah, exactly. Now it is.
You just saw why you were exactly right to be afraid of the ocean in Abyssals. And you confronted your inner demons in the retro dream horror of Decarnation. Next up, how do you rebuild a city in a world set after the collapse of civilization? Let's find out how by taking a look at I Am Future from Tiny Build.
I think we also saw this one before. If it's the one I'm
oh
thinking
yeah,
of.
this is definitely it.
Yeah, it is. Hello there, bird.
Oh no, I pressed the red button.
Warning. Hibernation aborted. Your total hibernation time was 6 years, 6 months, 5 days.
That one, yeah.
Welcome to Eden, your new home.
I have no idea where the hell I am. But damn, this place is gorgeous.
Okay, that's a
Well,
strange
he's-
reaction.
He's optimistic at least.
I Am Future. It's probably a survival game.
Yep.
It 100% is. I think we saw it 2 days ago or so.
Yeah,
Or the
it
other
was
day?
the other day.
Yeah, the other day.
Calls itself a farming sim RPG.
Excuse me, what kind of
simulation.
hell was that?
Our forefathers conquered Caldaria
Oh good, they conquered
and
somewhere.
bestowed it upon us, a new generation, to share or spar over.
Is this a 4X game?
Our great houses seek to obtain the Emperor's
This looks
favor,
like a 4X game at least.
cultivating our lands and subjects to improve and enrich the realm.
Looks a little
beginning
basic.
with ourselves, of course.
Also true.
Prominence can be secured through strength, as well as delicacy.
Will you be able to build your legacy of power?
Join the great houses of Caldaria.
Okay.
And now, for these next trailers, it's true. They do move in herds.
What?
That was so much. The thought process is simple. God creates dinosaurs, God destroys
What?
dinosaurs, man destroys God. Man creates video games to play with dinosaurs. But just be warned that one of these trailers might come as a bit of a shock to the system.
Oh.
As in a system
This is
shock.
I think this is just Jurassic Park.
I know, I just had to throw that out there.
I want the Dino Crisis game.
I would be shocked if they ever make another Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more than Jurassic Park.
Buffering.
PC
Okay, yeah, this is System Shock.
Humans
Yep.
It's probably the System Shock remake.
with computers,
Which has been something I've been waiting for years now.
notion
Yeah,
disgusts me.
the demo looked promising.
Look upon my works, foul creatures.
Yeah,
and
System
weep
Shock should
at
be
its
interesting.
magnificence.
I like they got Showdown for this. Oh my god, that looks
Serial port,
beautiful.
AC-97.
Citadel Station. Humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new
God.
Look at you, hacker. A
There's a match buffering here.
Look at you, hacker.
How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
You are an insect.
The hard way.
You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
Goddamn Night Dive, you're doing good work.
My children.
Please give me a date.
And it's buffering.
Yeah, it's buffering is annoying.
You will suffer for your transgressions. These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
Dang, they're just straight up calling it System Shock.
Yep.
Ah, damn it! I wanted a
No
date.
date.
Incredible and
No
frankly horrifying trailer developed by Night Dive Studio. System Shock
God,
is the
that shot
return
of
a
Citadel
beloved,
Station looks
acclaimed
great.
sci-fi saga.
It really
Today,
does.
to take us even further inside the world of System Shock, I am thrilled to welcome the one and only Warren Spector.
Oh,
Thanks
damn.
so much for joining us, Warren.
Oh, hey.
Thanks for having me. This is going to be fun.
In terms of trying to translate
guy
the
is basically
experience
the
of a
father
game
of
from
immersive
1994,
Sims.
3 decades later to now, what doesn't carry over well?
The first thing is the graphics, obviously. We did the best we could, but it was pretty primitive back then. And the other one is the user interface. If you look at when the game opened,
We have made the user
original,
interface not look like
help
a graphic
screen that came
calculator.
up, and it filled the
Yeah.
entire screen with text. It's just
You can
I don't
reduce
know
it,
how the
but
guy
like,
did that.
damn, it's still like
it's amazing,
crazy.
But frankly, as I think back on it, the game actually holds up pretty well. I'm excited to see it come back.
Just wondering if you think many modern gamers are aware of the impact that System Shock has had in terms of gameplay systems, in terms of narrative structure, on so many games that came after it.
I'm not sure people see the influence, which is
I've still never played one,
unfortunate.
but I
I
loved
think the rest of the
two.
world is going to get the
need to
chance
finish
now
two.
to experience
played
it.
it yet,
and
but I have
think
heard
they'll
of them a
see
lot.
not just that they're having fun
There's
playing
such
this game,
great mods
but
for
also
it.
see that other
Like
games follow in
high-res
its footsteps.
textures.
Nowadays, we walk around with computers in our
Oh yeah,
pockets. We're worried
I've
about
got
the
all
evil
those
of
installed. I
algorithms.
just need to finish
How do you
it.
think
I just
about a
haven't made
character
time.
like Shodan in 2022?
Showdown seems far too close to reality to me right now. And let's just hope that she doesn't
I mean,
show up
Gladys
nasty a
was
form
born
as she did
from
back
Showdown.
in 1994.
Yeah.
Well, Warren, I wanted to thank you so much for joining us, and I want to let you know I cannot wait to return back to that world I played and enjoyed so much as a kid. Cheers.
Hey, I can't wait to return to that world. I've forgotten
Right?
basically the
Right?
fans know way more about the game than I do now, so it'll be a new experience for me too.
Thank you so
I have
much
noticed
again, Warren
that as,
Spector,
like,
for joining us
creators
to
tend
talk
to remember
all
their
things
stuff
System
less than
Shock.
some of the
I
fans
personally
do.
can't wait for the game to come out, though.
True.
It might completely ruin
Well,
my
yeah.
sleep schedule, but
After
before
working
I
on it
spiral
for
further,
so long,
here are some more
you kind of
games
want
to cram into
to put
your
it on a
eyeball.
shelf and not come back for a while.
What the heck is this?
Every generation has upheld the
The Forge?
of our forefathers. That the rise of Titan will forever be without misery or bloodshed.
These ships look sick.
We seek nothing from the solar system but a lasting amity of reason.
They do
and
look
justice.
interesting.
To see a war under any pretext would bring
Is this
ruin
an
to the
RTS?
dwellers of mankind. Any victory achieved
No.
from that deepest expression
I don't think so.
of human unreason would be as devastating as defeat. We have but a singular purpose: to establish peace and security for all mankind.
The war between Mars and Titan
Yeah, it looks like
devastated our solar system. Lead the survivors to Demarat, where you will
Oh, it
continue
is an
Fallen
RTS.
Frontier storyline campaign in orbit of an alien
I knew it.
star.
This is actually on my list with wish list. Oh, we saw this.
Yep.
Did we?
Yep. This was
The Xbox
yesterday.
or
I forget the name.
it's, game is this?
It's kind of like, like say, Overwatch or Valorant.
Oh, it's like a class-based
team shooter.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, dang. I'd love to see gameplay. Neat.
All right, gamers, good work. You've made it here to a site of grace, or a bonfire, or a sculptor's idol, or a lamp. Make sure you're staying hydrated, replenish your potions, and most importantly, keep letting us know what games you're excited about using hashtag PCGamingShow. I mean, personally, I can't wait to play The Altars. Ah, good. Now that we're all rested up, feeling good, it's time to enjoy a slice of that lovely cyberpunk life, courtesy of Nivalis, and experience the investigative horror of immortality. The latest from the mind.
We saw both of these as well.
Well, I guess it's nice I'm gonna get to catch up on some of it that I missed.
True.
Oh wait, it says world premiere.
Unless it's a new one of,
I believe we have a
I mean,
short
trailer
clip
wise.
here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Well, I don't want to spoil things
Yeah.
too much.
We saw this at the Tribeca, games event.
False advertising for the PC gamer folks, it seems.
I think it might be a slightly different trailer, but same game.
Yeah.
Good work.
It kind of reminds me of her story a little bit. Except it's more active and not just an interview.
It's told through movie clips, so.
Guess I'm very sort of some reason. Not sure why.
Mortality. Neat. I kind of want to play that. Seems cool.
We can take a break. We should take a break. No, we can go.
What's on Game Pass? Oh, hello. I think I saw a trailer for this or something.
Hey, boss. Time to wake up. We got customers waiting. What do you mean you don't know where to start? Let's clean this place up. Move some chairs and tables around. We can make this place shine again.
We're running
If the
a
weather gets
kitchen
bad,
in
we can grow
Cyberpunk.
some veg in the greenhouse.
That's
Once
cool.
we start making real money, well, then you can rent that fancy new apartment in Midtown. So make friends, make enemies. Give customers a route, just turn on the old charm. Or water down their drinks. I'm not your conscience. This is a world to explore, to make stories. Your stories. You ever look up at the clouds and wonder what's up there? Well, if you dream big enough, maybe you'll find out.
What are
Maybe
you then?
we all will.
If not the content.
Yeah, what are you just...
Welcome to
Are you
Nivalis.
just... Is this just like a life sim game?
It says on Steam,
Hi,
simulation,
I'm Marco. And I'm
cyberpunk,
Roman. At
life
IMS,
sim.
we are big fans of cyberpunk fiction and games.
Seems like it could
but
be
we
cool,
have our
though.
own ideas of what a cyberpunk world can be. This is a game in which you manage your
That might be
restaurant, bar, or nightclub, take care of your staff, make deals, farm, and experience the stories of the people you meet.
Or maybe you just want to take the day off and go fishing at the docks instead. Nivalis primarily uses voxel art for
With
the
a tainted
environment.
fish.
It spent lots of time creating a unique atmosphere with high levels of detail and dynamic elements.
We are excited about the cyberpunk world we're making, and we can't wait to see the choices you'll make and how you'll choose to live your life. when you come visit us in Nivalis.
It's got an interesting
You
art
can
style.
witness Nivalis now on Steam and the Epic Games Store.
It's voxel
Mana
based.
is the gaming rewards debit card that puts the power back in the hands of players.
Please do
So
not.
with
I really want to
every
sell
purchase and
this
every
card.
purchase you make, you're earning for the rewards you actually want. We make it easy for you to set up and start. Just sync your favorite games to your
Sure.
Mana account and
In
start
20,000
earning
years,
rewards the
you
next
too
time you play.
can buy that.
So
you know,
why pay any other way?
20-year-old graphics card.
Pay with Mana. Pay with power.
Yeah.
Mana. Game the system.
Get ready to overclock your eyeballs, because this next trailer is coming in hotter than my computer with 3 Chrome tabs open.
Only 3? World premiere.
Damn, amateurs, only 2
Is
Chrome
rude.
tabs.
Oh, this is that thing we saw earlier. The quote that looks really cool.
Yeah.
It's like an
Demon
RPG.
School.
Yeah, it looks like a tactical RPG or something. Very stylish.
Hmm.
Yeah, the art style is
take the
on
good-
point here.
That kind of looks cool.
Yeah.
Combo moves. Combo moves.
Kind of like seems also kind of life simish in a cool way. It almost looks like they're trying to be like a PS1 game, like throwback, if that makes any sense.
Well, sure. Retro is in.
Well, no, I know, but I'm saying I like that because in this specific style of PS1 game, you don't see that all the time.
Yeah, though, in a PS1 game, you want to have some, like, Switch perspective like this?
Yeah, that would just absolutely just destroy. Like it's like it's doing it that style, but it's like, what if we took that further, you know, than what the hardware could actually do.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer Isbrid Games, and now it's time to take a bit of a spooky transition. If you're at home, turn on all the lights in the room, make sure the salt circle is unbroken, and check to see that your door is properly painted with sacrificial lamb's blood, because things are about to get
no thanks.
certifiably terrifying. Let's look
That would get really
at the
smelly.
H.R.
Don't do
Giger-inspired
that.
biopunk horror, Scorn.
Desolate
Here that is.
and decayed. A grisly nightmare of macabre perception. Greetings. I'm your host, Doug Bradley, and I invite you to
Scorn.
join
Nice.
me as we
Hi,
explore
Doug.
Scorn's mesmerizing labyrinth of odd forms and somber tapestries.
I like that
You awake.
you're also a weird Geiger-esque cyborg.
In the middle of a desolate hellscape, filled with biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An
Oh, there goes a
industrial
hand.
civilization, now lying in decay and ruin. A hidden fauna sleeps within the underbelly of the world, wanting nothing more than to be left undisturbed.
Really, that's what it wants.
Scorn has been carefully crafted with great attention to detail. Everything is focused on building a specific atmosphere. From a unique organic ecosystem to an unsettling soundscape
The
created by
Geiger-esque
ether
part is so
and
hard
lust
to nail
more.
right, and I feel like these guys really know what they're doing.
Scorn
What the
has
heck?
no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment, discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly.
Oh boy.
I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse into the twisted world of Scorn. The team at Ebb Software can't wait for you to uncover the secrets of this unique world as you experience Scorn firsthand this October.
I really want to play this game, assuming I can PC.
Are you prepared to unravel your inner self within Scorn's world of horror?
No.
No thanks.
Like even
It's
the
probably a
logo
game
is
I would watch
Packer-esque.
someone play instead of playing myself.
Now, while I've been delightedly playing Dune Spice Wars, harvesting melange, and trying to figure out how to pronounce
This is definitely one of those games where you'll probably see someone
I'm
make
equally
a
ready to
death
turn hordes of
compilation.
Tyranids into a Jackson Pollock painting in
All the
Warhammer
ways you can
40K
die in
Space
Scorn, I can
Marine 2.
already see
In
it.
this brutal third-person shooter, you once again step into the oversized power armor of Titus, an elite Primaris Space Marine in a galaxy immersed in a never-ending war. To take us further inside the grimdark, I am joined by Tim Willits and Oliver Hollis, the creative director, on Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Now, Tim, I want to start
Space
with
Marine,
you.
let's
You
go.
previously worked at id Software on Doom. How would you say the Space Marine compares to Doom Guy?
That is a good question. I bet many people did not know that the original Doom Guy was actually a Space Marine, inspired by an even older Space Marine, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines. So,
feel like
it's
that's a
really
bit of a
exciting
stretch,
for
but all right.
me to work on,
They don't really
on Space
compare.
Marine 2, because it's
Like,
a great
I would say
franchise,
the
and
Doom
I know that
Marine
it's
is
inspired
more
so
inspired
many
by,
other
like,
video games throughout the last 25, 30
Aliens?
years.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's
Warhammer.
so much lore to sift through. And I think this brings us to
Well, they
talk a
did
little
call
bit
him
about
a Space
the new
Marine,
Space
so I
Marine
guess
that
the
you're going to get to play a
name
Primaris
is,
Space
they were-
Oliver, talk
they
to
were
us a little
called
bit
colonial-
about
colonial
Captain
Marines
Titus and
and
what
aliens.
makes this class of
Yeah.
Space Marine different from the others in the universe.
So the Space Marine is a brainchild of the Emperor, the kind of leader of this of
Here's your
humanity
crash
in the
course on
grimdark
40K
future.
lore.
He saw the dangers that the universe presented, and he created a super soldier from his own DNA. And each of these different factions, these different chapters, have different genetic traits of the Emperor. But what makes the Primaris different is that a guy named Belisarius Cawl, the Emperor's kind of chief scientist, went back, did some digging in the old data, and found a way to enhance the qualities that a Space Marine has by installing new devices, new kind of bio implants in their body. So now these guys are 2.5 meter tall monsters capable of destroying anything in their path.
It's reminding me of the 1,000 times I have rewatched the Astartes animation.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting that we now get to be in that position to play that kind of character. And in the trailer, we saw a lot of Tyranids. Are they the main enemy that you're going to be against? And if so, what makes them such a compelling foe?
In this particular game, the Tyranids are the main focus, and what makes them compelling is that they are extragalactic locust-like creatures. They've come in from goodness knows where. They spread like wildfire. They devour everything in their path, and they leave nothing in their wake.
So one of the great things about the Tyranids is they come in the thousands. And our proprietary engine, the Saber Swarm engine, can deliver these epic battles. Now we will have thousands of Tyranids, and you will rip and tear through them all.
Translation,
That
they are
is so
Zergs.
thrilling, because this is the sort of thing that older games couldn't
Well, yeah,
even
the
hope to
Zerg
do.
were directly inspired
And you're
by
talking
the
a little bit about
Tyranids.
combat.
Yeah.
I know that some of the previous entries were more melee focused. What's the combat like in Space Marine 2?
So the combat in Space Marine 2 is a mix of in-your-face melee combat along with some really cool over-the-top weapons. So we looked at the original Space Marine game where it had a lot of this push-forward combat, which has inspired many other video games, but that never stop, never take cover combat is integral
make
to
some
Space
movies.
Marine 2, along with these
They should.
really cool.
They
power
really
weapons.
should make
So
movies,
you're
and
either
then they
tearing
don't.
the enemies in front of you,
Or they make them
blowing
exclusive
away
to a really
from,
dumb
back
subscription
from the battlefield.
service.
It's the best of both worlds.
I mean,
Well,
that sounds
they're
so
British.
terrific. And I mean, I know you guys
What
are
do you
huge
expect?
fans of the 40K lore. So I'm curious about, in working on this project, what's been the most fun seeing come together? I mean, what's Saber Interactive focusing on right now?
Right at the beginning of the project, Tim and I went to the Warhammer Museum, which was an incredible experience. And you go around all these cabinets where these incredible miniatures that have been painted by these masters are arranged in these dioramas. You find yourself kind of crouching down and looking into the ranks of Space Marines that are facing Tyranids or Orcs or whatever. And something that Tim and I said at that moment was, we need to make this come alive. I don't want to look at this, I want to be inside this. I want to be gunning down Tyranids by the thousands. And so seeing that actually happen and come alive has been thrilling.
Am I going to feel like the characters in the Astartes animation? Because if so, then I'm buying the game immediately.
Even more so, when you're wielding one of those massive weapons and you're faced with 1,000 Tyranids who all want to eat you alive, and you're just letting rip and you can see shell casings bursting out of these massive weapons one after another. The sound, the gameplay, the way it feels is all designed to make you feel like the most powerful warrior in the universe.
Well, perfect. That answers everything. Thank you so much, Tim and Oliver from Saber Interactive, for joining us. I can't wait. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S soon. Now next, we have a few more surprises for you up the sleeves of our proverbial power armor. First, Replicant D6's homage to the golden days, or should I say, golden eyes of 90s console shooters, and an atmospheric sci-fi adventure on the Red Planet.
Yeah,
from
there's
Frontier
actually a
Developments
company
and
that has
Kyokan
made
Interactive.
a modern
Let's take
take
a look.
on GoldenEye.
Interesting. Certainly looks the part.
Yes.
For the most part. Doesn't quite have that N64 Vaseline look, but it's still it's there in spirit.
Yeah, they tried. They tried.
Yeah.
It's just as blocky and polygonal as the original.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, cool. They got modding tools. Agent 64, amazing.
Yep.
I wish I could do this. Just throw the disc.
That'd be a cool move.
Ryan, this is
Oh, I
Kathy.
think this is Give Us Mars.
Can you hear me? Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective.
Yeah, I think so.
Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there, you'll make the right
This
decision.
seems kind of cool.
We can do this.
Yeah. My only complaint is it seems like mostly a walking simulator with some climbing thrown in.
Yeah, it looks like an adventure puzzle type thing.
Yeah. Sort of like, I don't know how to put it. Like the
Tomb Raider without the
Hi,
fighting.
my name's Elise Chappell,
Yeah.
and I play Kathy Johansson
Yeah,
in the out
or
of this
Uncharted
world
without
sci-fi
combat.
epic Deliver Us Mars.
Yep.
Join Kathy and the crew
Which
of the
could
Zephyr
be
on
good
an
if the
unmissable
story is
adventure
good
as they
and the
journey to
puzzles
the
are
Red
if the story is
Planet to
good,
recover
then it can
technology
work.
vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Fancy name for a ship, Zephyr.
Stay a while and listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3.
I don't
Plus,
think
you
any of
can
us
literally
expected
scare
the
your
other.
entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO, and League of Legends players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly
Let's go.
anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then, our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to
Day9's
ask
the
the
perfect
hard-hitting
person
questions like,
to
when can we
interview, I
play this
guess.
already?
Is this gonna be the same trailer from the Summer Games thing, or is this gonna be something different?
Probably, but you never know.
Okay, it looks like it's something different.
2 years ago, our team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share a first glimpse of Stormgate, an exclusive sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you. Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own.
Things.
With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe.
Yeah, it's
told
like
through
a
an ongoing
science,
series of
sci-fi
campaign missions
fantasy
that
thing.
you can play solo or cooperatively.
I'm
New
perfectly
chapters
okay
will
with
come
that.
out regularly, along with new units, maps,
I didn't really
modes, and
expect
plenty
it
of
to be
other
an
surprises.
RTS.
In
after
addition
the
to
first
campaign missions, we're building a
show.
world-class competitive experience with grassroots
Oh
and
yeah, it's
professional
because it's
tournaments
Frost Giant's
accessible
made
from
entirely out of
directly
former
within
Blizzard
the game.
devs. Mainly
That
the
will
guys
be
who worked on
differently
Warcraft
suitable
3 and
for all
StarCraft 2.
levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI
just
mode,
remember
you'll level up your
liking
heroes,
the
collect
mech
rewards, and customize your
battlesuit.
forces to open up new styles of
I
gameplay.
think we did eventually see this part, and I went, it's not what I expected.
Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to win, and there will be no NFTs.
Yes, good.
Beta testing starts next year, and you can sign up now to reserve your place in
Their
line
website
at
fucking crashed when they
playstormgate.com.
showed that URL. And it stayed down for like 4+ hours.
You might happen to know that I'm a huge fan of
How does
real-time
that
strategy
work? Hold
games. StarCraft is my favorite game. I played it for
That
25
sounds
years.
sus.
I still play
What
it,
does?
and that's why I am so thrilled
Free to
today to be
play,
talking to Frost Giant
not pay to
Studios.
win.
They're a group of amazing developers who have worked
It's
on
called-
it's
literally
called
my
selling
favorite
cosmetics,
games of
just
all
like
time.
StarCraft.
And we're here to talk
Or
about
selling
a brand new,
co-op commanders.
free-to-play, real-time strategy
But
game
will they
set
do only
in
that?
a post-apocalyptic Earth.
the question.
It's
It- because it
Stormgate. Here to
works.
talk about it is the CEO and
But
production
will they
director
do
at Frost
only
Giant,
that?
Tim Morton.
I
Thanks for
repeat the
joining us,
question.
Tim.
That's the question.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much for having me.
They're
I
not
wanna
going
know
to make
about
it
the
pay to
world.
win,
I
man.
want to know about the game. Tell us, what is Stormgate?
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got
I think Boca fell
cooperative
asleep.
campaign mode,
Yeah, Boca
also play
is sleeping.
open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on.
I really
And know
wanna
that
see the
for
base
you,
building.
The game feeling really good and really
hope they'll
smooth
show
to
it
play is
off in the
super
near
important.
future.
Now, obviously, I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high
would
skill
like-
opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motion,
like
just to feel the
a
game to
really,
feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS
How do I
is one
put
of the only genres
creative
I can think
take
of where
on
you
base
have
building?
to have hundreds, even thousands of units
Yeah, that would be
synchronized
interesting,
over the network and responsive in a way that high skill, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anhalt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective.
10 years ago,
and I
you
think
couldn't have
the
bought
art
an
team
off-the-shelf
is
engine to do
unlocked in so
this
many
type of
ways by
stuff.
what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning
Well,
everything
I mean,
that Unreal
people
can
were
do
using
for us.
the
but
original
even
Unreal
that first
Engine
cinematic
to make
that we debuted,
RTSs.
like that's done in
Yeah,
Unreal.
but that's
So
like
the high quality
so much
graphics
more
that
work
you're seeing
compared
are
to
actually
now.
coming from Unreal.
Yeah.
Like, and they
So
were
we've talked a
usually
little bit
not very
about,
good.
for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the client in a way that gives players, even if you're not like top grandmaster, ready to take on Cyril, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block or the best at your company or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level directly in the client.
So, of course, in the history of RTS games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3,
Yeah, the
there's
StarCraft
players that didn't even
arcade
play the
is,
original
like,
game.
incredible.
They just did custom mode after custom mode. Does Stormgate have modding? How are you thinking about the modding community?
A number of members of the Frost Giant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started
you can play
out
hockey
applying resources
in
to build
StarCraft
a custom
2.
editor.
There's
I think
auto
there's a
battlers,
lot of
there's
opportunity to
everything
make
you could want.
improvements to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share their mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it, Tim?
So we are going to start our beta in 2023. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on our subreddit as well, so there's an opportunity to participate in the dialogue around what we're building.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frost Giant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it, and be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. Are you ready? This is going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Leysara, Summit Kingdom from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words, Tim, yodeling accident. Let's check it out.
So this is also a strategy game, or?
Yes, though a base building
Oh, dear.
town simi strategy game.
Okay. So is it more of a city builder? Which I'm down for. I love city builders, but I don't really
Does
think
seem that.
I assume when I hear city builder, I don't necessarily think strategy game. But this looks really cool and interesting so far. Very interesting take where you're like limited by mountain terrain. You gotta build around that.
Or up it.
Yeah. I like this. I like this a lot. This looks really cool.
I believe this might have a demo already.
Oh, if so, I'm downloading this shit.
No.
No,
Q1
he's not
2023?
downloading it, or no, there is no demo.
I think she
Not
meant
yet.
there's no demo.
Not yet.
Yeah, which is fine, but it looks good. I might play that.
I think we saw this one too.
It's a survival game or something.
Can't remember.
Looks like it.
Names. Names are hard.
Yeah, we did see
Looks like Landmark.
I think this is Frozen Flame.
Oh yeah, Frozen Flame.
And this one does have a demo. They don't even mention the demo. Come on.
That was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world reshaped by a magical calamity. A cursed land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place you'd want to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually growing tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. Or you'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in or grab some co-op buddies and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the early access launch later this year.
And I know what I'm going to download.
World premiere.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever.
Oh, I know what this is.
The roar of the engines, the bangs from new factories,
This is
and the
Victoria
cries
3.
in the streets calling out for revolution. In Victoria 3, we simulate this era. 100 years,
Oh yeah, they
starting in
did show a little bit of it
1836,
before. I recognize it now.
and put you in charge of a young society.
Besides, I've seen the Victoria games before.
You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating heart of your nation and form powerful groups with needs and desires. Listen to their calls and let it influence reform, or turn a deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come. Taxes, production, trade, and construction. Play these cards right, and you can harness the Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans. This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use pact, threats,
type
and
of
bluffs
game.
to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy. But you can decide when push comes to shove. Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved into the map.
That's what the
What will
airship.
your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over continents and be heard over the noise of time as you create your grand tomorrow?
Neat.
And as expected, Paradox.
Yeah.
That
Who
was
else
the
would be
gameplay
making it?
debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page on Steam, where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show.
Almost.
Type
I can't
pcgamer.com/wishlist
find a couple of them.
into your browser to be taken straight to there. And now on with
Maybe
the show.
they just haven't put the page up yet.
Oh no, the page exists, and they have added to it. But,
Hey, it's
a
New
couple of
Blood.
them.
Nice music.
Yeah. Please give me the new Ultra Kill Act. I want it.
Oh,
really
Medieval,
bad.
the Black Labyrinth, okay.
Yeah, it's an expansion.
I think like half the people I watch recently have played the Medieval.
Good.
So I'm sure they'll be happy with that.
Dusk HD. Are they like updating it with like better stuff, I guess? It does look a bit different. Nice. But can I get a release date?
What's up, PC gamers?
It's
We're
the
back
meme man.
again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going
course.
on for 2022. A Medieval to Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood.
Yes!
Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you bumped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised. You promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on a Steam Deck ad right now or some shit, I'm like...
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable PC game.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy?
I love Dave Oshry.
I will. If you don't let us show Gloomwood, I am going to drown this adorable. I would never do that.
Bruh.
Hi, I love you. So yeah, we good? No. Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
I love Dave Oshry. And also, yes, Gloomwood, please. I would like to buy this game.
It is on Steam already.
Yes.
Page at least.
Yeah, it's been on. It had a demo a while back. I don't know if it still does.
Probably.
It's like it's Thief, kind of.
Hello, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my estate. No matter.
This interface is
I
great.
can guarantee your safe arrival. A promise few others here can make. The townsfolk are not fond of outsiders. Don't delay.
I think that one was a little unneeded. Oh boy.
I want a release date, please. Yeah, let's go! I only have to wait like 2 months. I like that it's called thiefwithguns.com. Rat.
There's only one thing I like more than playing New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for
Yeah,
them. It wouldn't be a
that's
PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in human history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next we have a group of such games that run the gamut from medieval mayhem to an adorable animal fight.
New Blood's merch store
And our
URL
first
is
rule?
waste.money.
We absolutely plan to talk about it.
Like they're great. World premiere. Ooh.
Trippy?
Corrupted what? Why is it always doing this just when I need to showcase the game?
Trip is a bit of an understatement.
I'm gonna take that. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yes, I have.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a
Oh,
clean
no.
sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope. Haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go rummage into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you.
Oh, it's cute.
Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me.
What?
Found it. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer.
Okay, super trippy.
Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup in 14.4 pixels? Do we have any ants working for us? What?
Never update this. Why is it so tiny?
14p.
The survival of thy noble family
Oh boy,
depends
they're all gonna
on
die.
That was a
thy
trailer for
ability
ants. Good to know.
to rule the city, to fight with valor.
Looks like
and
Prison
to
Architect.
learn. Oh, if
With
only
kings.
it were that easy.
I told you, they're all gonna die. Oh wow. Whoa. Oh no, it's the plague. Oh boy.
Well, I can say this much. One of the things that's most interesting for me so far is that I have to guess what's about to happen based on everyone else's reactions because I'm so far behind.
Oh, it's less fighting herds.
It's an
But them's
alpaca.
fighting herds.
Oh no, poor alpaca.
I need to play this game someday.
The deer's doing
fine.
pretty good. What was that? Are those coconuts?
Nice. Ooh, pretty.
Might be an RPG. Pixel
Yeah, it
RPG.
looks with color, multiplayer.
Looks
I'm
like a
getting
crafting game.
Starview Valley vibes.
Yeah, definitely Stardew Valley vibes.
This looks like a crafting sort of life sim type game.
I think we have seen the demo before. I mean, it's
Yeah, it looks familiar.
It's very strange.
Core Keeper. Oh, I think
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard of
we
this.
did.
Oh, yeah.
We saw it the other day.
Yep.
It's out in a couple days.
Mm-mm.
That update at least.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Pugstorm. The Sunken Sea biome update is available on June 15th for
If it
all
wasn't
Core
for
Keeper
what
players.
appears to be terrible
Now we have even
ventilation,
more
I would
twists
really
and
like that
turns
PC
and
case.
trailers, so press enter to continue.
Apparently it's actually
Did you press
not
it?
too bad.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Gamers
see if you
Nexus
that's-
did a
that's
review of
good.
it.
It looks like it would have terrible airflow because it's like 90% glass. But I guess the fan is just on the side, so it's like, I guess the airflow is technically there. It's just weird and maybe not optimal.
There was no hope of it ever improving.
Also, the button's kind of on a weird spot. I guess they expect you to keep it on a desk.
Still collect the same share.
They do.
Leaving our
Yeah, I'm not
children
I don't do that. My computer's on my floor.
And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave, that we'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land. starved to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
I have no idea what you actually do when playing this game.
Yeah, I wish I could see some gameplay. Is this like an Oregon Trail style game, but it's in like the medieval times? Because that could be cool.
Oh,
but
actually, I think I saw another thing for this. It was a city builder, which actually looked really good.
oh, that could be cool too. It's just kind of wish that they had showed me that so I
Yeah,
could get
they
excited.
literally didn't show any of that. Which is funky. I don't know why you went.
Or at least say it's a city builder. Instead, it's just like that trailer makes it seem like it's not a city builder. It makes it seem like it's a Oregon Trail style game.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter.
Voice acting
Any
is
waste
really
would
bad.
be fatal to our survival.
So,
We must learn to
here's
live in
the
harmony
actual...
with this world.
Oh, no. It
For too
didn't
long,
give me
we
what I
have
wanted.
wandered without purpose. From now on, our city will be a source of hope.
This is just a cool art style for a city builder.
Alright. I'm gonna send
I
to
like this.
Discord the link for that last game. And you can take a look at what they call themselves.
Oh, boy, am I gonna hate
Understand our
this?
world, we must explore it.
It's hilarious. After that demo,
We must find the tablets.
which is not a
Seeds of
demo.
knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Synergy. Okay?
Yeah. My thing messed up.
Welcome to Icarus,
What
Prospect.
do they call themselves?
The planet we almost lost.
I don't see it.
Then found a reason to
Like, I see the link, but I don't see what they call themselves. They call it a strategy
Take it
game,
from
but
me.
I don't know, whatever.
This place
I don't got time.
wants you dead.
Oh, my computer.
We've made
Why is the stream dying? There we go.
Learn the lay
Farthest
of the
Frontier
land.
calls themselves Simulation,
Icarus to
Strategy,
our advantage.
Building, 4X.
Our friends at the UDA
And it goes
are
on.
offering up a slice.
Where's
a
the-
whole new terrain.
That's the rest of it.
If you learn, build, and survive, maybe, just
I clicked
maybe,
away.
there's a future.
RTS, City Builder, Sandbox, Tower Defense.
Think you got
Okay.
what it takes?
RTS, I feel like RTS is getting used pretty liberally there.
Yeah.
That is a big thing. That is a big thing.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Oh, this is that Icarus game that most people didn't seem to like.
In the rich tapestry
Yeah,
of
because
the
it's
PC
I've never
gaming
heard of
community,
this game.
modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Corey Latto are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of rebels gone rogue, they've discovered a strange floating building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alex, according to this old Resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
That's what's good. A map in blood.
still need to play Half-Life, Alex.
If I had a VR system, that might be an option.
Yeah.
I have one. It's just my computer isn't that great for a game of this fidelity, and I kind of want to experience it like at its finest, if that makes any sense.
You just need to win that dream PC. That's all.
Yeah, I guess so. I have no idea if these guns are in the base game or not.
No idea. I saw some playthrough when it first came out, but I didn't watch too much since I can't really play it.
Yeah, I didn't want to get spoiled for when I eventually do play it.
Always a good thing to see.
Alex, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
Totally not. Totally not.
Okay, so the plan is to get to that control room and get Gordon.
Wait, how did Gordon get in here?
That's a good question.
Also, there's a Strider there, which is, you know, bad.
Yes. Oh, what the heck is that? Are they supposed to have shields?
I don't know. I don't know if they had shields in the game because I didn't watch enough to see the compilation.
Ow, that hurt. Just looking at it hurt.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ.
I like how she didn't check the corner. Keep your ass down. What are you doing? That was such a bad idea.
Moving.
Every part of this is a bad idea.
I mean, they need to showcase the kitchen, right?
Oh boy.
That was cool. Get in the porta potty.
All the stims. All the stims. I would so take that gun.
What the fuck? Who's shooting magazines?
Oh boy.
That's a very good question. I'm gonna guess a robot. It's probably one of those robots from Aperture Science.
Oh, cool! You can
portal.
hack. You can hack tripwires.
Yep.
Poor Grubby.
Ugh.
Didn't go anywhere. That can't be a good noise.
The sound effects for this game are good.
That was a bad idea. Oof, oof.
That thing almost sounds like OE for another time thinking about it. Or Mass Effect.
Oh boy. All these bad ideas. All these bad ideas.
I feel like Dumb Ways to Die should be playing in the background right about now.
3 cells left. Oh boy.
Okay. Well, that was a thing.
Nice.
Well, folks, this is the end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way,
Maybe.
there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw games from developers all over the world, and we wanted to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all of the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you can find one, let me know. And of course, a warm
If you
thanks
really
to
want
you
one,
again
I have
for joining
one.
us at this year's PC Gaming Show. It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us again. See you next time.
Well, no,
Bye-bye.
I don't. But
Bye.
Yeah.
I just had to say that.
All right.
This
well,
is the
thank you,
official
everyone,
PC
for
Gaming
coming.
Show 2022
This
pre-show.
stream here.
It's the live show before the pre-recorded show. Go to the start. Make sure you're staying hydrated.
That was
Replenish your
fun.
potions and
Yeah, they had some good
Let's do
stuff.
it again. This is the first time. But before I spiral further into my
like
concerns, here's more.
We saw a few things that were pretty good.
You just saw Demon School from Welsh developer.
As much as I like his bloopers, let's turn him down a little.
So,
Yeah.
now they're all rested up. Let's enjoy a slice
Yeah.
Oh, I
of
already did that.
cyberpunk life. Experience we skipped the whole line. We accidentally the whole line. We have come to
There's
the
still
end.
one game I can't seem to find on Steam that we saw.
Which one?
It was earlier on. I totally forget what the name is. I'll have to go back and see. But,
Okay.
I remember seeing it, and I don't see it here.
That's fair.
The 5.5 gigahertz Core i9 12900KS with a 32 gigabyte of DDR.
But, yeah, most other things I think are in here at this point.
God, there were so many numbers all at once.
Game reveals to share with you, which can only mean one thing.
Of course, we saw Tactical Breach Wizards,
There's a LaCroix burp.
Falling Frontier, which looked pretty cool.
It's not a heart attack. It's just a burp. All right, I'm going to do the take. It's gonna happen. Maybe.
I could do this. I could
Demon
do this.
School.
I could do this.
Get ready to overclock your
Also
eyeballs.
looked cool.
This next trailer is gonna be hotter than my
Flintlock,
computer with more than 3
which also looked cool. That was the one with the girl and the Phoenix.
Because this next trailer goes
I Am
from
Future,
0 to 100
which
real
was
quick.
that strange farming sim RPG.
Exclusive gameplay levels are critically low. And I
Deliver
want
Us
this to, like,
Mars,
immediately.
which we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's an interesting
a little
concept.
bit more interested in the one from the former Blizzard employees. What was it again? Stormgate, I believe. The RTS.
The RTS, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
I'm
it?
actually quite interested in that one.
Stormgate. That's it.
Yeah, that's on Steam because they added that back on Thursday when they first announced it. It was like, hey, it's on Steam now.
Yeah. Obviously, System Shock, which is still looking amazing. And I still want to play that.
Yeah, I think they had a demo a while back. I don't know if it's still...
It's still there.
It's still up.
It's still there.
Okay, yeah. Well, there you go.
Hopefully, it's improved since the demo, but
Yeah.
it's definitely there.
Gloomwood looks really good. I can't wait for that to finally come out. I know it's be early access, but still, like, so far I played been playing Ultra Kill in early access, and I really like how New Blood does it, where it's like, you know, you'll get, it's basically like, here's the first chapter, it is done. We don't really have anything that we're probably going to add to this. Second chapter coming when it's also done. And then they just keep doing that until the game is finished.
There was also Lacera, the Summit Kingdom, which looked interesting, though. Not really my type of game, but interesting. I'm not really a city builder, but it looked very cool. So, otherwise, I think those were my big takeaways. Oh, obviously, Northgard expansion for those that play Northgard. Yeah, I think those were most of mine.
I'm also interested in the Space Marine one, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I haven't played the first one, although maybe I should.
I've played none of them.
Space Marine 1 should be on Steam.
Yeah, it should be. I'm pretty sure it is, in fact.
The one in the show, I don't think was actually in the list here on Steam.
2, I'm not sure if it's on Steam just yet. But it's not out, obviously, but I don't know if it's,
I would have expected it to get, you know, a page just to be able to wishlist it. But
yeah.
No, I'll probably,
see it here.
probably get it later.
Yeah, there's always later, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for inviting me, Nakami. I'm gonna, unfortunately, have to head out. I got some stuff I need to take care of, but thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I'll be going as well. Thank you for inviting us to this event.
No
And
problem.
what's with the thing tomorrow? There's another one.
Tomorrow is
Guerrilla
Capcom
Collective and
in the
Capcom.
Guerrilla
Yep.
extended showcase.
Tomorrow I actually have plans in the evening, so I don't think I'll be able to attend, sadly. But who knows? We'll talk about it more tomorrow.
Sure. I'm not sure. I hate to say that I'm not gonna stream it, but
Yeah, I will not stream it as well.
I kind of want to, just in case they announce something big.
That's fair. Of course, in the end, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay then, good night everyone.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Alright, so, stream. I'm gonna kill that off for the moment. We'll put this back up. And, let's go raid someone. I need to go make some much delayed lunch at 5:30 at night. Let's see. Who do we have on? I think we're gonna raid Phantom Detective. We didn't get to play with Phantom Detective this week, so let us go and raid her. So, as you heard, I'm not quite decided on what I'm doing tomorrow. We'll find out. We will find out. I need to make my schedule for this week. I will probably post it early tomorrow morning. That's my plan, at least. There is a couple of events still, so yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. But I will have that out, both on my Discord and on Twitter. So you should be able to check those out and find out. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So, take care, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye!